Welcome back, family. What's up, everybody? How's it going?
Oh, I need to pull up.
Yes.
So, as you can see, no Deegan today, but we do have Marco from Swytch Comics today. Awesome.
Hello.
Marco from Swytch Comics.
Yeah, I didn't receive your package yet. I'm sorry, Marco.
You didn't get it yet?
No.
When did I send that?
Yeah, you sent it quite. Yeah, it's USPS. You know, all the money that government employees will take. But you know what I was doing earlier? I was just happening to scanning through eBay at Hulk 181s. And all of a sudden I saw a Hulk 181 keychain. And I saw your logo. Dude. Anybody can, if you're catching this live, great. If you're going to catch this on the replay, great. Okay, what is your something low? Your username on eBay.
On eBay is Rarity Ho.
Rarity Ho?
Ho, H-O.
Okay.
It's an old name.
And
you can't change eBay names.
Yeah, I know, and you can't get one back after it got deactivated either. He's got 164 auctions for these. I mean, I've seen the different comics that, from what I saw, and seriously, he will actually do custom work. But if you can't find the comic that you're looking for in his plethora of selection, I don't know what to tell you. I mean, maybe you have some specific comic book like the X-Men 165 or something like that.
I've gotten some weird ones, yeah. Some real specific ones.
And every one of them is $5 with $4.99 shipping. And if you want to if you have a whole bunch of comic book friends and you want to do go ahead. The $4.99 shipping is based on where I was looking at it from.
Yeah, I was gonna say it varies. It's roughly $5 to $6.
Uh-oh. I overloaded his brain. He froze.
Oh.
Sorry, it's $5 plus whatever shipping eBay says it would be from his location to your location.
Yeah.
I spoke a little out of turn. But if you got a bunch of friends, he's got one auction for 20. You choose which ones you want. To me personally, I'm thinking, do I have 20 friends? No, but maybe I could give 3 away and keep 17 myself. And you're consolidating on the shipping at that point.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
It's a great, Christmas time's not too far away. It's a great little stocking stuffer.
And you know, every single year, you're going to run into that one person who gives you a card or gives you a little gift, and you forgot about them. It's great to have these things to just pull out of your pocket and say, hey, here, I was hoping I'd see you.
You ain't going to forget about this person who gives you these. No.
No.
And
they're really, really cool. I mean, if they're not showing up because they're out of focus on his camera, go to Rarity Ho on eBay or just, just pick your favorite comic book and type it into the search engine and put keychain. I guarantee you it's going to come up with this.
Yeah, if you or type in mini slab keychain, that'll probably pull up a whole bunch of them.
You're going to like the way it looks. I guarantee it.
You could also tease if you have a good friend you'd like to tease. I'm going to get you an Amazing Fantasy 15 this year for Christmas. And then they get that, and they'll still be happy about it. It's cool. It's not the real thing, but it's good little prank.
Well, look, I'm hoping that the viewers do pop up a little bit on this because my intention was I ordered 4 from you, and my intention was I was going to keep one myself and give out the other 3. What I'm going to do instead is we're going to pick 3 winners later. And I'm going to tell you to go onto eBay and pick which auction you want. Send me the item number and your address. I'll order it and have it shipped to you. You pick whichever one out of the hundreds of selections that this man has.
He's lost his mind.
It's Christmas time in a couple months.
I got to share this thing. When you were talking about it, Marco, about, giving a gift, saying, it's an AF-15.
I
saw this post on Reddit the other day. Somebody was like, finally, I got these. And then are they are these yours, or do you not? These are the older CGC labels. It looks like.
I got my AF-15 right here. No, that doesn't look like mine.
Oh, okay.
I've noticed there's been quite a few more people popping into it, but I can't say I've looked at super extensively. I don't know if there's really too many people that have the catalog that I do.
Yeah, I can't imagine that they do.
I'm gonna
I got
start
a lot.
I'm gonna start a CBCS one.
Oh yeah.
Well,
They'll
that's
sell
great.
at 60% of the rate. Don't worry.
And
Oh.
when you order one of the keychains, you have to wait 1.5 years.
No, that's not true, because it's not that bad if you just use FastPass like a normal person.
Yeah.
And
No,
cut the
it's-
line of all those cheapos.
when they switched over to that guaranteed time, it was kind of awesome. You could get comics back in like 2 weeks.
Yes.
It was beautiful. Now the bad part was, at least at my shop and some personal books that I got, it felt to us that they were grading extremely harsh.
Mm-hmm.
And so we did it for a little bit. The turnaround time was fantastic, but just like ever since they started that, it seemed to us that our books were coming back significantly lower than what we had anticipated. And we've been doing this for a while. We're pretty, if you're up or down a little bit, it's whatever, but consistently just way lower was like, this isn't feeling too good. And that's the whole reason I haven't been using CBCS lately. I actually really, both companies have problems, but I really prefer their slabs. I love the quality of them.
I agree. You also don't have to worry about Newton rings.
Yeah. Just a lot of quality control issues with CGC, unfortunately.
It's really a shame is a year ago with the turnaround time, the Newton rings, and even a lot of the quality issues that CGC was having. I mean, I was hearing people that were getting slabs back and seeing hair on the inside.
Oh, yeah.
And or upside down comic books, or that was the golden opportunity for CBCS to sneak in, turn up their game, and if not become an equal, but become a superior. And they dropped the ball so badly. They really did.
I think they really need a redesign of the label across the top.
I agree. I agree with that. I don't view either company significantly worse or better than the other. Like I said, I think both have their handful of problems.
Mm-hmm.
I hate the idea that CGC is this untouchable gold standard, because I think they have so many issues that people just ignore a lot and just be like, CGC is the greatest thing ever, and it's like, God, they frustrate. It's really kind of painful to me that I'm even sending comics into CGC, because they just, I don't know. I don't have a lot of pet peeves, I don't think. But one that drives me insane is when I pick up a CGC slab and I feel that comic rattling around inside.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It drives me crazy, and I don't think I've ever noticed that on a CBCS comic.
Or if you just slightly twist it, it sounds like the plastic's about to crack.
Have you all ever, I assume it's just a regular magazine case. I got a, what was it, Last Ronin #1 graded.
Okay.
Have you all ever dealt with a case like that? I think it's just a magazine case.
He has. I don't have any magazine ones.
Yeah.
Does it feel like the cheapest thing in the world to you?
It flexes a lot more than I would like. Mrs. Ohan and I got her a Pinocchio #1 from 1939.
Mm-hmm.
And when it arrived from the guy I bought it from, the entire slab was cracked. I mean, just shattered. So I sent it into CGC to have it re-slabbed. The guy paid me to have it done. He was very, amicable about it. It came back from CGC, cracked. Big chunk of it missing out of the corner. I sent it back again. It's been now 5 weeks. It is now in the mail on the way back. But
That's the luck.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when I got that Last Ronin back, the moment, very, very cool. The moment I touched that slab, I was like, I hate this. I don't want this. In that moment I knew I am selling this comic. Because it felt like with a regular size slab, it's sealed all the way around, you know. This one I can visibly, if I took my fingers, God,
you could like separate this the middle of the side.
It's in spots.
It's just the corners and in the middle.
Yeah, it's like ultrasound sealed in spots instead of all the way around.
And it was like just so easy to pry it open, and I felt like even barely doing that, I was going to snap the whole thing off.
I honestly, it sounds crazy, but I would actually take a little bit of crazy glue and just go the rest of the way and close up that seam.
Then
I sold it. I sold it very quickly.
It's a shame that you would have to do that. You know?
Yeah, and I don't know. I've never had a magazine slab, which I think CBC has fairly recently started doing it anyway.
That's a good point. I don't know about that.
So I love the quality of their regular size. I would hope that would extend to their magazines as well.
That's another
one. But and like it was just the last run in #1. Like, you know, it's an okay book. You know, it was a 9.8, sure. Like nothing crazy, but I can't imagine like if I got a really nice book and it came back in that.
Yeah, like Terminator, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles #1.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, that is magazine size too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, because like that's another thing. Like, I think a lot like slabbing comics kind of gets a bad rep, and it's like people just do it for the value and everything. But for me, it is a big preservation thing.
Absolutely.
Well, I think it looks nicer though too.
Oh yeah, and like I just love that I can mess with my super expensive comics and not be worrying that I'm accidentally gonna catch it on something and rip a page or bend it or something. You know, like it is what it is, and it'll be that way hopefully forever.
Well, you know what's funny is I have like over 300 slabs, and people say, "Oh, you're just doing it for the value." In 2022, I've yet to sell a book. So no.
Yeah, I'm not a big seller. Really, the most I ever sold was when I was funding my journey into mystery, and outside of that, it's just been a few things where it's like you know you pick up something and then it's like, I actually don't want this anymore. Or I like recently I sold a Wolverine 88 in the Deadpool one.
Yep, it is.
Yeah. It spiked up, went crazy in price, and I had it just laying around. I was like, sure, I'll sell it, whatever.
Yeah, of course.
But I mean, that's the last book I sold in a very long time.
Let me ask you this, Marco. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Who?
You.
I was just going to say that if you have kids and they draw something and it looks cute, some people take a magnet and put it on the fridge. Other people go to Hobby Lobby and buy a nice little $30 frame to put it up on the wall. That's all I'm doing. But you know, what if you want to read it? Then I'll crack the thing open and then I'll read
it. Yankees Guardians.
Yeah, the Indians.
What up, Red? No, Guardians. It's officially changed.
No, they're the Indians.
It's officially changed.
It's Wahoo Nation.
It's officially changed.
Yeah, that's why the Atlanta Braves, they found some Cherokee chief who went, yeah, you can keep it. Thanks for the money.
Marco, what do you think about, have you seen EGS before?
I haven't physically touched one. I've seen them. I think there's some super cool things that they can do. I wish CBCS would buy them out.
That would be cool.
Combination of what I think are the best labels in the best case.
So I think this is basically a modified comic skin, one of those do-it-yourself slabs.
Yeah.
But they've recently just partnered with a new slabber to make it more professional, get rid of like these hinges at the top here, you know.
So are those because I heard that they changed over. Is that the old case then?
Yeah, this is the old one.
Okay.
Has like the, security.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Same. So it's kind of janky. I just wanted to send in a book just to see what it would be like.
I've thought about them, and then again when CBCS was like grading us super harsh, and I was like, dang, I just can't send anything to them right now. I would like to use them again in the future, but not right now. They've just been beating me.
It's going to be hard for any tertiary grading company to really be given the benefit of the doubt after PCGX screwed it up a few years ago.
Yeah.
What up, Stinker Buns? Team Ohana.
Yeah. But I checked out EGS and I was considering, I was like, maybe this is the time I'll finally send something in. And then I looked at their wait times and I'm like, their wait times kind of suck, actually.
Really?
Like, I feel like, I mean, I can pull them up. I feel like I looked at them before and they were like really fast, but it's the same thing, like CBCS, before the big peak of everybody grading things during COVID. They had really good wait times, and that's why a lot of people switched over to them and then suddenly had absolutely terrible wait times. But I think I'm trying to search this thing. I think kind of the same thing. I think, maybe there's just more people trying out EGS. Either that or I'm delusional and I'm not remembering their things, but I could have sworn they had much better times before.
Well, for me, it was about 3 months, which is pretty much what they say.
Because like both with CGC and CBCS, CBCS, well, I don't know if I said that right. CBCS is doing, I still think 2 weeks, and I'll just talk moderns for now. But which is, again, just an awesome turnaround time. Absolutely great. I think CGC is roughly like 3 weeks right now. Still pretty dang good,
For modern only.
For modern, yeah. I think my last batch of pre-75 from CGC was roughly 2 months, which is still pretty good. I'm happy with 2 months.
EGS is 14 weeks.
Okay, thank you, whoever did that. Was it you or did you look at the chat?
No, I just Googled EGS comic turnaround times.
I was typing it, but then I kept talking.
I was listening, so I could type. I see though their slabs come with built-in UV protection standard. I know CGC does not have that. I don't know if CBCS does.
I'm pretty sure CBCS does.
What opinions do you have of people that get their books slabbed and then just store them away? And I understand, like, if you have excess, you can't hang up everything. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about there can be zero opportunity for these to ever see the sun again. They have to be locked in a box under my basement,
I see people, well, I'm on Reddit a lot, so I see people talking about their, like, if somebody takes like a picture of like their wall or whatever, and there's a ray of sunshine in the picture by chance, or there's like a
people
window,
lose it. Yeah,
they're like, oh, hey, just be careful, like sun rays. I'm just like, oh, shut up.
I mean, I've been toying with the idea of getting like a fire safe for shotguns, so that way I can put the slabs in that. It's tall. It's not that expensive. It's rated for fire for X amount of hours. But I would have to go in on a regular basis and just look at them. But I would just be putting in certain books that, please God, don't let anything ever happen to these.
Oh yeah, well, that's another thing. There's certain people that have big Grail books, like First Iron Man and super high grades or whatever for A15, and they actually keep it at the vault at the bank, and it's just like, I don't know if I could do that. Like, to have something so freaking cool and not be able to look at it every day,
I would put that in a frame with UV protection glass, hang it in the most prominent room of my house, and insure the shit out of it.
Yeah.
What do you feel like about the people who? What's up, Xbox? How's it going? I've seen plenty of people who are like very anti-slab, and they'll have like an Iron Man 1 or a Fantastic Four 1 in a bag and a board on a shelf. And I'm just like, I can't.
I watched a video. I watched a video of a guy with a Hulk 181, and they're old school. It was a couple. I'm pretty sure they're brothers, and they're just old school collectors.
Two Brothers Comics?
No.
That's why I laughed.
I know. That's why I said it.
What's their name? Anyway, But you know, he was saying like this is his favorite book or whatever, and he's just holding it out of the bag. You know, he's just like, I just love to. He's flipping through the page. I just love to sniff the pages and getting his face all up in it and everything. And I'm just like, oh my god.
You know, that's exactly why he's doing it, though, to troll.
I don't think so. I don't think so. I think he's just genuinely. That's just how he is. He's just from a different era of, you know, way before slabs were ever thought about.
I can relate to this. My friend opened up a comic book store in Greenwich Village, like a block from NYU. This was destined for greatness, but he never advertised it, so he went out of business in 10 months. So people didn't know it was there. But while he was setting up the store the very first time, he looks over it, and I'm sitting there reading a comic. He's like, "What are you reading?" I said, "Fantastic Four #1." Dude, why are you reading that book? I'm like, I've always wanted to read this. Well, read the reprint. I don't want to read the reprint. I want to read the original. What if you damage it? Then I'll buy it from you. What is it, $1,700? I'll buy it. I wish I had that book right now.
Yeah, that's a good book.
Yeah. I wish I had damaged it. I would have bought it. $1,700 to have an FF #1, probably in about a 3 to 4 condition.
Would have been pretty sweet.
Yeah. So even if I dinged a corner and knocked it down to a 2, yikes.
But to answer the question, there's a part of me inside that's screaming when I see that. But at the same time, I mean, like, it's his book.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I don't think he should be prosecuted for it, but it's just, for me, it's just like, oh man, if nothing else, it puts a value on it for like insurance and stuff, you know, makes it that part easier.
Yeah. But I don't know, because like there's certain things that I think I would freak out more about, because like a Hulk 181, don't get me wrong, amazing book, super valuable, but there's so many of them. Mm-hmm. Like, it's not like the world's losing something in the grand scheme of things, you know. Like if somebody had like a really nice looking, I don't know, first Iron Man, Spider-Man, Thor, you know, something like that. Or even just a book. It might not be that crazy, but it's just something that's, you know, more niche, like the Solson Christmas special, the first Jim Lee artwork with the Samurai Santa. I saw 9.8 one of those on a Instagram page a little while back, and it wasn't too bad. It was like $2,000, maybe $1,000, and it's, to me, that is so cool. That is way cooler than a Hulk 181, you know, because it's like it's so hard to find that book at all. Like, I've seen so little of that book, and I've seen, you know, you go to any show, you can find Hulk 181, see how many Solstice Christmas specials you find, you know.
Well, my boss was asking me about a few months, maybe a year ago, why is it? I was talking about the Spider-Man, the AF-15 that went for $3.6 million at auction. Mm-hmm. And he's like, who would spend this much money on comic books? And I said, honestly, if you go back 100 years, the rich, the aristocrats of the time, the people that had money, would try to show off when people came in the house by having a Rembrandt or a Picasso or, you know, some, you know, a famous artwork on their wall, or some statue, or, you know, something like that, a sculpture. So that's what they considered something to be, you know, that their friends would like, oh, that's so wonderful. Today's class of people that are becoming rich are the people that are selling these startup companies, the IT companies that, you know, I built this company from nothing. I sold it for $5 million, or I did this and I did, and, you know, nothing for nothing, but they're the nerds that did it because we're the smart ones. Okay. So me personally, if I sold a company for $5 million, I don't want a Rembrandt. I couldn't give a crap about that.
Yeah.
Neither could my friends. But if my friends came over my house and saw an AF-15 hanging up on the wall, you know, everybody's going to geek out. That's what's important to us and my crowd.
I kind of related to that. I was having a conversation earlier today at the comic shop. So, you know, mainly the two big ones that always go back and forth or AF, as far as like record breaking #1, most expensive comic, is going to be your AF-15 and your Action Comics 1.
Yeah.
Not a detective, huh?
No. So Action Comics 1 is, like what is it, 38 or something like that, 1938, I think.
Yeah.
And AF-15 is like 63, I think.
62.
But yeah, something like that. But
Yeah.
Spider-Man's a lot more popular. And also you have the little bit of, I think highest grade on Action Comics is a 9.0, but the ones you see circulating are typically 8.5s. You don't see the 9.0 being sold super often. I think the bigger ones with the highest records are 8.5s. So someone's holding on to the 9.0. But then the AF-15s, you see 9.6s selling. And so it's like it's a much higher grade. Spider-Man's a more popular character. So despite 20 plus year difference, I can understand both those books going back and forth.
Mm-hmm.
But do y'all know what the current top selling comic is? Because it infuriates me.
Okay, it infuriates you. So
now, are we talking about top selling comic series or top?
No. Top, like the most expensive comic sold of all time at the moment.
That was AF-15.
Nope, it's been beat.
it's infuriating. So let's see, what is it?
Superman 1?
Superman 1 at I think an 8.0 for 5.3 million.
When did this happen?
I'm surprised
April
to hear about
13th.
it. It was big news, yeah.
April 13th. That's from the Mile High guy, who's, from all accounts, extremely high priced.
As I was going to say, he's so overpriced, man.
But that's I've been told it's because he doesn't actually want to sell them.
Yeah.
Hey, Tiago.
But to me, that just screams. Now, and I get it. Like, pretty much anybody spending these huge amounts of money are big. And that's the thing. Like, this nerd culture is everywhere now.
Mm-hmm.
So they might not even be that big of nerds. It could just be that they watch the Superman movies or Spider-Man movies. They're like, oh,
they grew up reading the comics.
yeah. Well, like I said, either way, like, but I just feel like they're just like, whatever. I got the money. I'm gonna get the highest grade, first Spider-Man or Superman or whatever, and they spend all this money. But I feel like the dude that bought Superman 1 maybe just didn't know. I don't feel like he couldn't have been a comic guy. He could have just been like, oh yeah, I'm looking for first Superman, and he got first issue of Superman, not first appearance. That's my opinion, because like I think the highest record before that was like 3 point something million, and so this is leaps above,
and not the highest grade.
Superman 1.
But well, I mean, he's going to drop $5 million. You should do at least a little. Are you going to hire somebody to do the research for you? I mean,
don't know.
the only person I can say that I would say would just do that on a whim with that kind of money would be Tony Stark. I don't care. I want it.
Robert Downey Jr. has to have a nice Tales of Suspense 39, right?
I imagine he's got quite a few that got AOK'd him.
Yeah.
If I had the chance of getting a thank you letter from him, I would mail him one myself.
That's a good question. I think pedigree slabs are like specifically recognized collections from CGC. I don't know what it takes to become one, but they're like the Mile High is a pedigree, I think. I'm not sure. You guys heard of that? Like the gold label?
Yeah, I've seen those, and I'm like, okay, so and so owned this. I don't care about him.
It doesn't mean shit to me.
And I don't want to pay extra because unless it was like RDJ or somebody that I know, somebody that I care about, then hey, Comic Vet, how you doing?
Oh, Comic Vet.
Hey, this is reminding me. Comic Vet reminds me of Rob's Fat Stacks of Comics, because that's where I met Comic Vet. And yes. I clicked on notification for 2 of those auctions that are coming up for Comics Curing Cancer. Don't forget that. Rob's Fat Stacks of Comics.
Don't forget it.
That's right. Got 2 auctions coming up. I think it's the 22nd and 23rd or 25th. Or 20. Just go to Rob Fat Stacks, as you see down there, and just click on the, notify me when we get close for those comic auctions, because it's all going, 100% of the proceeds are going to cancer research.
Wow.
So major thing there.
Yeah. I'm trying to see where mine is in the air or something. Still on its way.
What? Oh, yeah.
My
Yeah,
fat stack.
And I had a little chat with the missus today about shipping methods. And she said it was the woman at the post office that told her, ship media mail, it's fine. But they're comic books. That's okay.
I'm with her. Do it.
Well, again, for the Gemini mailers with a couple comics in it, I understand. When I'm shipping 7 slabs to California with no insurance, It makes me a little nervous.
That's
We
true.
sent out 5 packages, one being a giant box with 7 slabs, total bill $23.
It's really good.
Yeah. So
What's
C3 is next weekend. Oh, cool. Awesome.
C3? Oh yeah, Comics Cure Cancer. Yeah. Yeah, it's exciting.
Yes.
What were we
And there's going to
talking
be a bunch of different channels are going to be having live shows and everything throughout the days. So you really got to tune in for the events. It's going to be a big thing. We're really going to try to blow away that $8,000 record. We're going to smash it. We are going to smash that, man. I'm saying we're going for 20. Screw it.
That's a big difference.
Yeah.
Well, hey, if Superman 1 can do that to AF-15, we can do that
Serious.
at C3.
Exactly.
All right, Marco, break it down.
Yeah.
How many first appearances, brother?
Okay. It was so glary for a second. I was like, "What in the world is that?"
Sorry.
No, it's fine. It's fine. God.
I just saw the thumbnail from your video.
It's always so funny to me. Like, what counts?
Oh, you got him.
Yeah, I showed you. The comic book day I showed you.
Sorry, you got to remember, I'm not sleeping well these days.
Who is? We're making too many videos.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I got so much stuff to do after this stream. I'm gonna be up late tonight. But anyway, it's so funny to me, like, what counts as a first appearance, and especially like with a book like that, because like Key Collector, I think listed, I don't know, maybe 4 or 5 or something.
Yeah.
But it's just like, well, first of all, we don't know which of these characters are going to be super integral, or at least even minorly integral. It's like, at what point do you care to say? Because like, there's like, I don't know, maybe 100 people in that comic, just here, there, and about, But which ones are you going to count in your first appearances?
Well, you're going to count Veldar Mac. He's a Jedi. You're going to count Mathea Cathly. You're going to count Tay Sirek. And you're going to count Sunshine.
You can tell he's reading this from somewhere, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
it's so funny.
You're gonna count so.
I'm not trying to
You're gonna count so.
like I'm not reading.
Did y'all read the other High Republic series?
No, I haven't read it.
No, I saw that come out with so many different variants, and to me, I just looked at it and went, they're just trying to write something so they can ram it down Star Wars. I'm not even going to buy an issue of it. I didn't buy a single issue of it.
None?
Not one.
Fail.
Yeah, a lot of those books popped off. I bought, I can't remember what issue number it was. Like, oh no, it was of the Adventure series. I bought 2 of the 1 in 10s for number 10, or for number 2, I mean. And I sold them both for like $80, I think.
Hell yeah.
I don't know if y'all remember when they spiked all the High Republic things. Everyone was just like, I want these to be expensive. And they all spiked up, and I was like, yep, I'm moving those. I got those extra ones. I want to sell those real quick, and I'm very happy with that. But anyway, like I said, there's a few times I sell comics, but when I notice something dumb's happening, I'm like, I'm going to jump on that.
Gotcha.
But the main High Republic series, the first one, I thought a little bit of a mixed bag. The first 6 issues, mainly because the main antagonist I thought was super boring. I thought all the Jedi and stuff, really cool characters going on there, but God, I could not wait for that antagonist to be defeated. And after that, I thought the series picked up pretty good, and they were moving into more interesting territory. Whereas, what I highly recommend is actually the High Republic Adventures. The IDW series, they're getting ready to do another one that's going to be a dark horse, which is kind of weird, but whatever. But yeah, and even though IDW is like the kiddie version or whatever, I thought it was a fantastic read. It was really, really good.
Now I gotta look because I think I actually have some of those.
And a good number of I don't know if they're super pricey anymore, but there were some decent keys in that run as well.
Cover prices being a little slow. Have you seen? Are you looking forward to Tales of the Jedi?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Do you see all the cast members, the voices, who's doing the voices for it?
I have not.
Am I allowed to tell you, or would you consider that spoiler?
No, that's fine.
Liam Neeson is doing Qui-Gon.
Cool.
Liam Neeson's son is doing a young Qui-Gon.
Okay.
Ashley Eckstein is coming back as Ahsoka, the original voice. Matt Lanter is Darth Vader. D. Bradley Baker is coming back. He's going to be doing this.
Clones, right? He's the clones.
I'm trying to read what that says.
Something I learned this week from Wookiee on
Sock
the
Labs
book of Boba. Don't know how to spell his character's name, but the actor in the Man-Thing costume.
Blacker Santin was the same guy that played Man-Thing.
That's fun.
That's cool. I like Santi. He's one of my faves.
Yeah, that's neat.
Yeah, a lot of the voices from the Clone Wars are actually coming back, and I think they also have Ian McClellan. No, what's the guy's name that plays? Do it.
Ian McDermott.
Ian McDermott. Yeah. So Ian McClellan is old Magneto. Sorry.
Yeah, I was like, what's he doing?
Yeah, he's coming back and going to be doing the voice for Palpatine.
That's cool. Yeah, I'm super excited for that. Are y'all watching Andor?
Yeah.
Yes. Well, episodes, was it 3 and 4? We're going to prepare, then we're going to prepare. And it was starting to lose me a little bit, but that last episode, I was absolutely exhausted. And if it was Rings of Power or House of the Dragon, I would have been. But
yeah,
that episode was just, I want to sleep, but I can't. This is mesmerizing.
So I can't remember. I think I maybe mentioned this last time I was here, but Rogue One is my favorite Star Wars movie.
Second for me.
I love that aspect of the universe, and I'm happy that we're getting into it. Mm-hmm. Before Rogue One came out, I'd been asking for that kind of stuff for years. I was like, we get a little bit of it in Clone Wars where we're actually dealing with the grit and the stakes and the tension. And then that's, we got it in Rogue One. And to me, this might just be my favorite Star Wars
property.
Yeah. Or just I don't know. Whatever
over Mandalorian.
I love this. Which I'm like, even like with horror movies, I love those like slow burn movies that just ooze tension and no jump scares and all that, like, which whatever. I enjoy a good little slasher or monster movie or whatever too, but my favorite stuff is like, I really like Robert Eggert movies, even though I still haven't seen his last one, the Viking one. I can't remember what it's called, but The Lighthouse, The Witch, just phenomenal movies. And I understand it's not everybody's cup of tea because it is slow, but like, it's slow to, I don't know, it's building to this, and I don't know, I love it.
I thought it was gorgeous. This last episode, like in the sky, it was phenomenal.
I'm not ignoring you. I'm just scrolling through endless Star Wars books trying to find the High Republic. There, finally found the High Republic.
Yeah, there's a lot of them.
Yeah,
because there's a lot of little mini series that popped off in the last run as well.
Eye of the Storm.
Yeah.
I really like Andor though. It's
I'm digging it so much.
Really
the only thing that I've been upset about for the past few episodes is there's been no B2 emo, and I need him back in my life.
You see him in the beginning.
And I love him. He might be my favorite droid ever. He's so great.
No, my favorite is still K2SO. Just the attitude. I love him.
We had a callback in this episode to K2SO.
Wait, she gets a gun?
Call for it?
I want my droid is BD01 or BD1, however you want to say
BD1?
it. Yeah.
Nice.
That's my favorite one.
There's a lot of good ones.
Who's your favorite droids? Let us know in the chat.
I'm a Star Wars nut, so I could talk about weird little obscure droids. And do y'all remember? I think it was the one. I think it was in Boba Fett. Maybe it was like in the background. It wasn't important, but it was like a gonk droid with like little weird, like 30s sci-fi arms attached to it.
Like the trash can droid?
The power droid? The power
droid, yeah. But he had arms. We've never seen one with arms before, and I'm freaked out.
I think I remember that.
Like I said, I would not judge you at all if you didn't notice it, because it's not important to the story. It's just
but a lot of people, trash Boba Fett, but I think I've watched the series about 6 times. I'm a Star Wars fanatic. I mean, we do these reaction videos and everything, but I've already told them. I said, dude, when we start hitting Star Wars, I'm going to lose it. Okay, and what happened? We did a reaction video for the Tales of the Jedi, which I thought was going to be like 600 years ago, 800 years ago, how the Jedi got started. So I didn't follow it. I didn't read up on it. Yeah. So the trailer was complete, no knowledge at all. I saw baby Ahsoka. I started crying. Okay, the video, the trailer ended. I'm like, Craig, you talk. I can't. I wasn't ready for this. Oh my God. Okay. Season finale Mando, season 2. I was shocked the whole weekend. I can start talking about it right now and start crying. It's been over a year. Okay, we finally got the Luke we needed.
Yeah.
I could die now, Jeez.
It's funny. Yeah, like you were saying, a lot of people talk bad about Boba, but given some time, which I enjoyed it when I watched it. I'm a Star Wars nut. I realized it had problems. The truth is, a lot of Star Wars medium, all the movies and stuff, really have issues. They're not the best films, But anyway, going back and reflecting on Boba, I'm like, kind of the part that bothers me the most is actually the Mando stuff, because I kind of don't like how
he took over.
Not even that. The build up to season 2 is all about him finally letting go of Grogu, giving him to the quest to find the Jedi. And it's a big emotional moment. And then in a different show, very quickly, they're like, whatever, Jedi training done. Here you go. Here's your kid back. And it's just like, I wanted to see Mando in season 3, just back to bounty hunting, going to business as usual. And part of his heart's missing, like him struggling and getting distracted, maybe getting sloppy, I thought that could have been very cool, but whatever. We're going to Mandalore. Here's your kid.
I think what bothered me was that at the end, Mandalorian season 2, when they had Boba Fett, they built him up to be more of a badass than you had ever seen in the past.
Yeah, that's true.
Two ships worth of stormtroopers have got Fennec Shand and Mandalorian almost defeated, and here comes Boba Fett, just basically, get back. I got all these guys. The stormtroopers are retreating. He's kicking the crap out of him. He's a badass ass in the galaxy. And now I don't want to fight anymore. I want to be a diplomat and just bring peace.
Yeah, like I said, it's definitely got a lot of issues. And it's so weird for me because I was super excited on the announcement. And then they said it's going to be directed by Robert Rodriguez. Which is... Have y'all seen Desperado?
Yeah.
One of my all-time favorite movies, forever and always. I'm not a big rewatcher. Like you said, you watch Boba Fett 6 times. I don't typically go back and rewatch almost anything. But God, I've probably seen Desperado probably 100 times,
Yeah.
And so when I heard he was going to direct it, and like he directed that one episode where he's got the Goffy stick and just beating up the stormtroopers. I'm like, my God, the action in this is going to be insane. And it was disappointing in that front. I thought, other than the ending where they're fighting the big droids and he's on the Rancor, there's a bunch of cool.
Yeah, that was all fan service, but I liked it.
Yeah, it was fan service, but there's cool moments and cool things happening. There wasn't like really any outstanding action scenes or anything.
The fight scene on the train with the Tusken Raiders, I like that.
That was a good sequence. That's true. But there wasn't like, I don't know, there wasn't any like dirty up close like the scene with Boba and the Goffy stick.
Yes,
like that was
and the look on his face,
personal and dirty. And I always think about like the bar scene in Desperado, and just how it's a little goofy, a little over the top, but it's just so extreme, so much happening, and so much style into it, And I was hoping to get that in Boba, but we didn't quite get there.
You got one quick scene, one facial expression matched it. Is when he killed Cad Bane.
Yeah.
My biggest issue with the whole series was the bright colored hover bikes.
I don't mind those at all.
Oh, and the chase scenes that went about 6 miles an hour.
That too.
Yeah.
It's so weird to see such bright, beautiful colored things on that planet. Really took me out of it.
I see what you're saying, but to me, when I first saw them, I just thought of it as like, and they're kind of all young and rebellious teen type characters, and I just took that as, we're going through a phase. I don't, you know what I mean? Like, it's just, and they're like, we want to stand out. You want to do something that's gonna get you noticed. And so, I mean, it'd be like if you went to the mall and saw a group of goths. It's like it's the same thing. You know what I mean? Like,
picturing the goths from South Park now.
and it's based off the mod bikes from real life, so
they look like Vespas.
They do.
Yeah, to me, I was like, I don't know, I was like, I get it, like it's not crazy to me, but if you don't like it, I get it as well.
It's just the bikes themselves. I mean, for some reason I picture them riding them through town with like Italian music playing in the background. They're going, "Ciao bella, hey, it's stuff for wine." Yes.
Yeah. But I didn't hate it nearly as much as everybody else did.
No, I mean, and again, I've rewatched it because I wanted to make sure that there were specific, anything that I didn't miss. I don't like when I see Screen Crush and Ryan Airy, saying, "Hey, here's 101 things that you might have missed." And I watched a video, and I'm like, I feel good when I've caught every one of them.
Yeah.
If there's 2 or 3 that I miss, I'm like, son of a son.
And I like mainly I like watching those videos because like they'll do the research and stuff, and like somebody said that Man Thing is the same actor as Black Chrysanthemum. And it's like, I'm not going to go research that. I'm going to watch this video, and they've already done the research, and now I get to learn these facts, That's the type of stuff that I do, because I watch all those damn videos.
You guys got to answer this one. I don't know what to say.
Well, the armorer got the blade to activate it. It's not Thor's hammer, where only the worthy can wield it. I mean, Luke turned on the lightsaber as soon as Ben gave it to him back in 1977. A lot of people said he almost put his eye out with it, but she didn't really wield it around. It's when you start swinging it around and you want to do something, but the blade wants to do something else, is when it becomes super heavy.
Yeah.
And she understands. Just allow the weapon. If it's an understanding of weapons, it's going to be her. But she doesn't want to lead Mandalore, so she doesn't want. It's like, yeah, I can wield this, but I don't want it.
Yeah,
I thought it was interesting that the guy from Clan Vizsla was actually Jon Favreau.
Yeah, which is pretty fun. I like all the Filoni stuff, because what was the name? Pre-Vizsla. If you go back and watch him fighting in Clone Wars, he's not a very technically skilled fighter, and he's just using it as a club almost, and and he lost them all, and that's how his clan lost the Darksaber. And yeah, Pre Vizsla wasn't really anything special, and then you come to learn out. I can't remember this guy's name. New Vizsla, big buff Vizsla.
Oh,
Which both of them voiced by Favreau. But yeah, so I don't know. It'll be interesting to see if Mando becomes, pretty capable of using the Darksaber, because really we haven't seen too much of that,
I think it's just enough of a twist to have Mando become to find out he is Force sensitive.
Yeah, I could see that happen.
I mean, it's been 1,000 years since a Mandalorian Jedi. They keep saying this. They keep harping on this, like another one is due.
Yeah. It'd be neat.
Man, I set off quite a discussion by just holding this up.
Yes, Star Wars, baby. Every one of these series seems to have some kind of a reveal. I mean, Mando came in with multiple characters. Even Boba Fett with Cad Bane and Black Chrysanthemum. And do you think a character will be introduced in Andor?
I don't think so. Have you? I don't know if you've paid attention to like the writer saying that he doesn't really care. I don't want to say doesn't really care about Star Wars, but like he's been talking about like when we go, like when they went into writing this, they're like, set your Star Wars fanboy stuff aside. Like we're writing a good story. And I think there's a lot of aspects that probably you had a lot of like set designers and stuff that are big Star Wars nerds that threw in a bunch of Easter eggs into the gift shop and stuff like that. But there is a lot of like little obscure Easter eggs in the passing dialogue as well. But it all just makes it feel lived in the Star Wars universe. Like they didn't just name drop Quinlan Voss or something, for example.
Right.
I'm gonna say no. I think if we're gonna get any characters, it would be either a young Leia or K2SO. I think that's pretty much all I'm expecting to see.
I think if I were to put a little side bet, and I would not wager a lot of money on this, this is where they're trying to gain armaments, and a lot of their stuff is going to come through smuggling. I personally would. Oh shoot! I just had his name and now I can't think of it. Hondo Anaka. I would love to see him.
I hate Hondo.
I love him.
I know.
I mean, all he needs. He's got the pig next to him. It's like tattoo. And welcome to Fantasy Island. I want to address this from Xbox. Because Moff said you have to win it in combat, and that's why the blade didn't work for Bo, and the heavier Mando swung it around sloppy, but didn't win when they fought. Okay. It's like a crown. Okay, you can have the crown, you can put it on your head, but you're not going to be king unless you win it in combat. Bo did have the Darksaber before, and it was given to her by Sabine Wren in Star Wars Rebels, and she wielded it at that time. It was just handed to her. But if it's not just the using of the sword, it's the symbolism of you are now eligible to rule all of Mandalore. That is the part that you can't take the Darksaber and rule Mandalore unless you win it in combat. She could take the weapon, but it wouldn't stand for anything. It would be just a weapon. It wouldn't be, the call to arms for all of Mandalore unless she wins it in combat.
Like the what's his name? Moff Gideon? Is he the guy at the end of Mandalorian?
Yes.
Yeah. So like he has it. He's not the ruler of Mandalorians at that time when he's holding it.
Correct. But Darth Maul was when he had it.
Well, we don't know how Gideon got it, so he technically could have won it in combat.
I guess you're right.
But I think the interesting distinction here, and kind of what might be confusing some people, is that the Darksaber, and like that's why when Bo was gifted the Darksaber, she just took it, because you have to remember, like, what Mando and the armor, they're like this super religious, sect of the Mandos that have all these beliefs that the other, larger majority of the Mandalorians don't believe in. So there's hard facts, which is the Darksaber's hard to use. You saw no. Did we see Bo-Katan? We saw what's her name? Sabine had to train with the lightsaber because she couldn't use it very well.
And she said it was heavy because, the more she became in tune with the blade, the lighter it became, the easier it was to wield.
And so that was that's how that weapon works, like, for sure, with everybody. But you have to win it by combat thing, we don't know any of that to be factual. That's just this, again, it's the same thing with, like,
lip service.
Them, whether they can have their helmet on or not.
Yeah.
It's just this super hyper religious part of the Mandalorians that are saying that's why Mandalore fell, is because they mishandled the Darksaber. They didn't follow the traditions.
Yep.
And it's like, it might be true, it might not.
It's like people that are like saying God is punishing for whatever reason or whatever.
Yeah, same thing.
And Bo-Katan, actually, the first time that Sabine offered it, she said, "I'm not my sister. I don't want to rule. I don't want it." And then she demonstrated through several actions that people who were willing to follow her. And Sabine's like, "That's why you need to take this. Here, take it."
Yeah, usually those are the best kinds of leaders, those that don't want to be.
Yeah.
We had this discussion, and I said I thoroughly do not want to be president of the United States.
Cricket.
Yeah, right.
Private chat. How about that?
Something in the private chat.
Yeah, I chatted in private.
Oh. Okay.
Why are you sending those pictures in there? Oh my god.
Because it's private.
Okay, you put it in a public chat. Okay, so
my eyes.
As I said before, I did not yet receive the keychains yet from Marco, it's not his fault. He sent me the tracking number like a week ago, and it's going like a whole state. So I think 2 states actually, but he has 164 auctions of these keychains, like every comic book you could possibly imagine, on eBay under Rarity Ho. See? No. Yes?
Yeah. I'll type it in the chat.
There we go.
Type it in the chat. Rarity Ho.
I want to give away 3 tonight. Okay? So this one is going to be hashtag number 1. And what you're going to do is you're going to go to his eBay page, find which one you want, send me the listing and your address. I'm going to order it and have it shipped to you. Nice and simple on that one. You're going to go shopping, and I'm going to pay the bill. And while you're at it, you might see some others that you want as well. These are not expensive. These are great stocking stuffers, great things to give to your friends, and they'll think you spent the fortune when you didn't. You don't have to tell them what they're really worth. So, since I want to give away 3, let's do this one as hashtag 1.
That's what you said you are, right? Green Lantern.
What
are we doing? Hashtag what?
The number 1.
Oh, okay.
Do it.
Oh, before. All right. Here. If you want a free keychain, do it. Doing great here, guys. We've got 0 entries. Let's see.
Maybe they're asleep. We bored them to death with our Star Wars talk. No Star Wars fans.
I don't want to go shopping. I just want to win and have you ship it to me.
There we go.
Yeah, 3.
Boom, boom, boom.
Dude,
Well,
stink of buns, Tito, and Xbox.
All right.
Well, we see if anybody else. I want to show you all something. Have you all ever heard of a silverware case?
Yes.
A
It was
what?
new. A silverware case.
Yes.
Huh.
Yeah, see, it was news to me. I did not know it existed.
Yeah, open it up. You'll
Um,
see the forks, spoons, knives. Yeah.
Yeah.
Serving utensils usually on the top half. In a holder.
Anyway, I bought one. Let me take the book out real quick.
Ooh, it came with the book.
Well, no, I made some modifications to it. I made it a slab holding case, and
Okay.
so it's a new thing that I just started on my channel. I just got this Doctor Strange 169, and it was the first time I unveiled it. But whenever I have, I'm gonna slip it back in here. Whenever I have a new little grail or little special something, I got my treasure chest sitting aside here, so people know something. I'm gonna show something off in the video. So I got something new. Just came in today. I just opened it up right before.
You got to get one of the what do you call it? Pirates of the Caribbean Spanish doubloons on there or something.
But yeah, I don't know. I was at a thrift store and I saw it and I opened it up. And I'm like, I can work with this.
Cool.
But yeah. So, y'all want to do the giveaway or?
Yeah, we got 3 people entered. Go ahead and spin it to win it.
Tito.
Absolutely fantastic. You're going to go to, again, what's the best way to look it up? Just
I'll type it in the chat as well.
Tijuana family. Oh, never mind. Sorry.
Mini slab keychains. And then my stuff should pop up again. My username is RarityHo. There's other people that make keychains on there as well. So there's a chance you might see somebody else's. My pictures are pretty uniform.
Yeah, they kind of look like this. And I'm seriously, I'm just going to run through this. Man Thing 1, Hulk 340, 181, Star Wars 1, Spawn number 1, Sensational She-Hulk 34, Savage She-Hulk 1, Clone Wars number 1. I got to get that one for the missus because that one's this. I was going through this like, I need that. Incredible Hulk number 1. Actually, that's 100, isn't it? No, that's number 1. What am I saying? 100 is the other one.
Yeah, that's one.
Transformers number 1, Wolverine, Spider-Gwen. Look at this. Custom minis. This is not part of the auction. You got to pick one that's already done. Sorry. Venom, Lethal Protector. And it just keeps scrolling down for all these books. Whoa, you had the Doom book? He's got Marvel Superheroes 20 with the Doom.
Yeah.
That's a cool book right there. Batman 423, McFarlane art. DD number 1. For those of you who like me that missed that book and want to have a copy, there you go. NYX number 3. House of Secrets number 92.
Yes, Tito, I have Walking Dead 1 and 19.
Yes, yep, I saw those. Godzilla number 1. Come on, man. He's got a lot in here. Green Lantern DC Showcase number 22.
Yeah, he showed that one in person tonight.
I could just scroll through this, and this is like a collection that you wish you had, and now you can have them on your keychain anytime you want. And if some reason you don't see the one that you're looking for, he does custom orders if you want. So, do you have? Okay, so let's see. What I need to do is search in your page for Walking Dead, right?
Yeah, like I said, I got number 1 and I got number 19. So just first issue and Michonne issue. I'm trying to it's so hard to I'm making more the Green Lantern one is a newer one. I just recently did House of Secrets 92 first Swamp Thing.
Mm-hmm.
Probably my weakest category is my DC because I'm not a big DC guy, but I'm trying to get some more on there. I have an okay amount, but yeah, I definitely need to expand the DC. I have a decent amount of indie stuff: Walking Dead, Saga, Spawn, The Boys, and then like some I don't know what you would call them, but just retro things like Godzilla and Transformers and
these
G.I.
are
Joe.
dual-sided. These are dual-sided.
Yes, it's got the ads or like the back cover,
Yep.
and everything. So it is like a full little miniature slab.
So, Tito, just let me know which one you want, and then hit me up on Instagram with which one you want, and send me your address. I'll purchase it and ship it to you. And we want to do 2 more during the show. So if you guys want to win it, no, I'm not going to tell you to go shopping right now. You got to stay here with the channel.
You do shopping later.
Exactly. Especially since now Marco's going to show us what's in that box.
Oh yeah. So this, like I said, just picked it up today.
Show us. Do it.
A little info first. So, kind of the next big book that I'm wanting to get is Spider-Man 129. I'm working towards getting the Netflix Defenders. I don't know. I've been focused on like sets lately, and so like there's certain things I've been collecting. Thor versus comics. What was the other? I picked up Fantastic Four 48 through 50. Like there's just these little like sets that I'm like, these books have to go together. And so now I'm like focused. I was like, I want a Netflix Defenders set. So I have first Iron Fist. He's on the wall already behind my head here. First Luke Cage is getting graded. First Jessica Jones is in a box. Obviously I don't have first Daredevil. I'm going to supplement that for Daredevil number 8, which I sent a copy. I think it's actually close to 2 years ago now to CGC. And I still don't have that back. I don't know if I'm ever going to see that again, but being that was like very early on into my comic collecting journey, it's not a very good copy. And you can get like, a 6 or something for a reasonable price. So I might just buy another one. But then, I still want a Spider-Man 129 First Punisher. And this is a little, not a full supplement. I'm going to get it eventually, but this is a minor supplement until I find one at the right price and all that jam. I picked up Punisher 218, the television variant.
With John Bernthal.
Bernthal, yeah.
I think that's the only Bernthal cover, isn't it?
To my knowledge, and this is also the first cameo of Punisher in the War Machine armor.
Very nice.
Yeah. This book is pretty dang hard to find. When you're looking at eBay, there's not many sold and not many listed.
What's the back of that look like?
Bunch of black.
I bet, yeah, that's got to be color rubbing like a mother.
Mm-hmm. And that's exactly what I was going to talk about. I was looking at some raw ones, and I was like, I'd like to pick up this book. Again, there's just a little supplement until I can get the 129. And I was looking at some raw ones, and they're going for like $100. Beat to hell. Just absolutely ravaged. And I'm like, oh my God. And I think the only other graded ones, there might have been like an 8.5, which I was like, that's lower than I want. And it was still pretty pricey. And there was a 9.8 that was like $1,800 or something. But I got this one for $3, so I'm happy about that.
Wow,
very nice. And again, that's something that you want specifically, and that's what really makes it great. Yeah.
And like I said, like I wouldn't mind, like if I bought a raw one and got it graded and it came back a 9.4 or even a 9 or whatever, like it is what it is. But just there's certain situations with certain books that it's weird. It's like that book you should definitely buy raw. That book just go ahead and buy graded. And it's just really weird how do you know first Gwynnum? It's a pretty cool cover. This was a while back, so the prices may have changed or something. But raw, you could that book was like $100. 9.6 book was $100. It wasn't until 9.8 that it became any more valuable. So it was just, there's certain ones that are just strange and just feel like they don't follow any rules. And like I said, if this book is going for, like, there's quite a few people bidding on it, got up to $100, and it looked terrible. I saw 2 of them just looked absolutely awful. And nobody, I was the only person to bid on this at $2.99 for 9.6. Like, it doesn't make sense to me, but whatever. You know?
Yeah.
I got that book, except I have the 129 homage.
Oh yeah. Or the War Machine cover.
Yeah, this one.
Oh, that one. I forgot about that one. I was thinking the one where it's War Machine armor, and then it's that the 282 homage.
That one.
Yeah. I forgot they did a 129 homage.
Yeah, that's the one I got. That's cool though.
Did y'all see? It was a while back. It's probably like a year ago or something. Maybe longer. I don't know. It was a real 129, and Clayton Crane. I don't know if you'd call sketched, or I don't know what you would call this, but he fully drew a War Machine Punisher armor over the Punisher on a 129.
That bothers me.
I was gonna ask, and the thing is, it's like, it was gorgeous. It was really, really cool looking.
But that's not his book.
It's not.
But it's the owner's book.
But it's still pretty cool. I don't know how I feel about it. Like, if you're mad about it, I get it.
No, I'm not mad about it. I just wouldn't do it.
Yeah. Well, like, I'm just saying, like, some people were pretty mad when that happened. Again, kind of the same thing with, like, people just fumbling through a 181, and sticking it up their face. People are going to be mad about all kinds of things. But to me, I was like, I don't know. I'm kind of torn. Like, it is a 129, but at the same time, damn, that looks cool.
I wish I could find it.
Yeah. I'll see. Like I said, I'm pretty. It's been a while since I've seen it. I'm pretty sure it's Clayton Crane. The problem is like, he's probably done so many of his own actual covers of 129 homages.
Yeah.
That's probably what's popping up, right?
Yeah.
Maybe, I don't know. Remark? I don't know if he's probably remarked his own books as well.
Real quick, make sure that I'm verbally saying this. Tito and 25 Perez live like right next door. They're cousins. So
cool.
I already have 25 Perez's address. So I'm going to be winning this and sending it to him, but I'm not buying it now because just in case 25 Perez also wins one, I'm going to put it into a shopping cart and have them both shipped in the same package.
Fair enough. Yeah, it's one of those things. I just saw it like randomly on Facebook one day.
Xbox, I was just going to say, I feel like Clayton Crane is like a magnet for controversy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to say about all that. He's a mess. I don't know. When I first started getting into comics, again, still pretty new, but about 3 years in or so, I early on drew to his work, and I was like, oh, this is really cool. But then I don't know how long it took, but I don't know. You just see it. There's so many cool artists out now, whether they're out today or work from 30 years ago or whatever it is. Like, there's just so much more, and you start seeing stuff, and then it's just like, like he's fine, but I'm not crazy about him. A lot of people go nuts over him.
So a guy that I go nuts over is Deegan Pecoris. You heard of him, Rich?
Yeah. I actually had the pleasure of meeting him.
Yeah, me too. He's right now a variant artist for
Syndicate Comics.
4 variants for Image.
Yeah. And he's got 2 more coming out in December.
Wow, what a segue!
I know, right?
Shall we?
Go right ahead.
Okay. I don't know if we talked about this with you, Marco, or not, or not, but we Thibaut Hanna is partnering with Syndicate Comics over there in Marietta, Georgia, to offer an exclusive variant for Radiant Pink #1 on December 14th, I believe, 7th.
Yep.
And the new Mark Millar book, Nightclub #1 on December 14th. So, and Deegan, of course, is going to be doing the
cover art
for both of those, and then we're gonna have our logo on the back and
our first and second exclusive comics.
Variant.
Yes, and coming up back-to-back weeks.
Yeah,
pretty rad.
It's extremely effing rad. If
I say so
myself.
It's like oh god, I had no idea everything that goes into getting a exclusive comic and all the expenses that you got. You're like, oh, there's plate fees and there's this and minimum orders of issue #1 and all variants, and you have to order this many of this book and this many of this book, and there's #2. You got to buy those books, and I'm like, okay.
How many are you all gonna
have? It's limited to 500 copies
for each book.
Yep, and I mean all 500 copies. I'm going to be there bagging them and boarding them. So
cool.
Yeah, I mean, it's just
better not damage any of
them. Well, what's funny is this was Deegan's first book, and this was between Syndicate Comics and Two Brothers Comics, another great channel. And this was Deegan's artwork. See if I can get this a little closer. And I got this one signed and remarked because Syndicate actually is listed, registered as a submitter for autographed books, so they can get the yellow label for anything signed at their store. And this was limited to 500, but I think like 65 came in damaged. I mean, like damaged. So it's now limited to 435. So
I didn't know that. All right, that's good to know. Yeah, so we're gonna have bundles to choose from. You can buy them one off. You can get signatures. You can get remarked in signatures. I think we're gonna be doing blue and gold label offerings as well.
Mm-hmm.
Haven't worked that part out yet, fully, but
and also Deegan's going to do like on Radiant Pink. There is no sketch cover, but he has sketch covers of Radiant Black #1, and he will do a full
bust,
full page,
basically.
Full bust of Radiant Pink on that book. They're going to have bundles with that, and I think there is a sketch cover for Nightclub, and he's going to make the same offering for that as well.
Yeah, so that is exciting.
So yeah, and again, my philosophy is I'm not looking at making money on this. If I can break even, I'll be happy. I don't care. Just that 20 years from now, when I'm retired, either on a mountain or on a beach, I'll have a comic book, and it'll be slabbed. I don't care what you say. That I can turn around because it'll be so well protected over the years because it's slabbed, and see Thibaut Hanna on the back, and I'll go, that's me. And then I can have my stroke and die. So
yeah.
This is my, 1,000 years from now, some archaeologists will go, what the hell is this? But no, I was here.
Yeah, that's going to be awesome. I can't wait to see that. Oh.
Yeah, I knew the Braves lost today. I didn't realize that made them eliminated. Oh. Sorry for anybody in Georgia. I know I'm going to hear it on Monday at work.
I talked to my local comic shop about donating for C3.
Mm-hmm. Comics Curing Cancer.
Yep. I haven't heard back from them, but just wanted to put it out there. I'm trying to spread the word.
I did not receive a text back from, or a message back from John. So John, if you happen to be watching this right now, I did message you back on Instagram. Want to know about that real quick. But at the same time, I got to check to see if he's got anything he's sending in, and where Deegan is. He wanted to do like some custom sketch to send in. So.
Oh, for the C3.
For the yep. Again, we're gonna push that hard and heavy because cancer does hit every single person, and this is a really great opportunity for the comic book community to You know, do something really worthwhile. Noble. There we go. Noble.
Yeah, it's been in all of our video descriptions for a while now, which you've watched all of. I know, because you're watching us. God bless.
And it seems like every show, things just fall into place. It really is great. It was a couple of weeks ago where got the official, okay, we're going to go ahead with this
Periods.
two exclusive comic books. And we're discussing it. We're like, okay, so should we do it on Saturday show? I don't know if I can do it on Saturdays. Maybe we should wait for the following so we can build a better audience. Yeah, it was a Friday night we were talking. So we'll wait one more week and we'll talk about it then. Let's see about what we can do to promote it and everything else. Okay, as soon as I finish it up, I looked down, I had a message from Rob's Fat Stack of Comics. Hey, anyway, you would like to come on, he can't call it Slab Hub anymore, only Slabs, where at the end of November. Absolutely. Hey, at the same time, I'd love to have you on our show to talk about your cancer auction. So we made it a big announcement. We got his show, his auction, our exclusive comics. It just seemed to all work out. I'm at the store earlier this week, and Deegan said, Rich, I'm not going to be able to make the live stream this week. Besides, I don't want to be there every week. Otherwise, I'm not special. I'm like, you're always special. And like, I'm like, okay, it's not a problem. You're not obligated to. It's supposed to be fun. 10 minutes later, Marco sends me a message. Hey, you mind if I come on your show? I'm like, the comic gods. Okay, yes. Odin is up there right now. No, actually, it's Zeus speaking with that thick Greek accent. Oh, you need a guest on your last show. Hey, Marco. Hey, call him over there. Yes, send a lightning bolt. Boom.
Marco, your shirt.
Yeah, so I got the Cowboy Bebop. So fun fact, I do work at a comic shop. It's actually more of a pop shop because you can make a lot of money on pops. They have great, Funko Pops. They have great markups. So like I don't know how much anybody knows or cares or whatever, but like for example, like if you're buying action figures and from the distributors and everything, like their markups are pretty awful. They're not good. We just started checking out Legos. You're making like maybe 10% on Legos. It is rough. But Funko Pops, I think you pay, I think it's roughly like 40%, something like that.
Wow.
So it's anyway, just a little behind the scenes, a little bit of knowledge. But at our shop, whenever we get the pop shirt bundles, we typically just open them because it'll be one box, and then inside that box is a pop and a shirt. We just open that box and then just sell the pop by itself. For whatever reason at our shop, it seems to sell easier that way, and they'll pay the same price for the pop, but you get to see it a little bit better. And I don't know, like I said, it just always. Sometimes we'll keep it combined and it'll sit there. It'll be like the day after we open it up and put it back on the shelf, it sells. So anyway, with all the extra shirts, just all the employees there just take whatever, so whatever size. And I have a lot of pop shirts and I haven't bought a single one. It's just uniform work at this point.
Wow, that's lucky.
Yeah. But and then he also asked about what I thought about the Netflix show. Do y'all know Cowboy Bebop at all?
Mm-hmm.
I've heard of it. I don't watch it. I'm sorry.
I heard the show was not fantastic.
So did you like the anime?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. I love it. I actually have a God, what's his name? Spike. A Spike signed by Steve Bloom, a Funko Pop.
Steve Bloom
is the grail of my my Funko collection. But anyway, but yeah, big fan of the anime. I'm not too harsh on the Netflix show. Could it have been better? For sure. But in the world of anime adaptations, this is very high up. And that's not saying a lot because most of them are complete garbage. But I think there was a lot of cool things that happened. I actually binge watched the whole thing. I sat down I was like, I'll check out an episode or two. And I ended up watching the whole thing one night. It was enjoyable enough to me. I think what's his name? Mustafa Shakur, the guy that plays Jet, is perfection. You know, you get those people talk about perfect casting of, you know, Robert Downey Jr. as Iron Man and you know, whoever else. I don't know. I literally just blanked out right there. But Mustafa Shakur is the perfect Jet. His voice, his size and bulk and everything, and amazing. Just absolutely incredible. He also played in Luke Cage season 2. What was the guy's name? Crap.
The bad guy.
The bad guy that did a bunch of big kicks.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
It was the best part of season 2 of Luke Cage. I didn't really like season 2, but I thought he was awesome.
Yeah, exactly. I didn't like season 2 at all.
No, but I do like him. He's a great actor, and I liked him in Luke Cage season 2, but he's perfect in Cowboy Bebop. But yeah, so yeah, I don't know. It could have been better for sure. I think some neat things happened. I'm happy that they deviated from the source material, so it's not just a shot-for-shot remake. There was some shot-for-shot stuff that, you know, I felt was just paying homage to, but I thought there was some fun stuff in it. And I wish there was a second season. That's my take on it.
Well, did you watch She-Hulk?
I did.
And
did you finish it?
Yeah. I'm completely done. Pretty much any of the Disney Plus stuff, I always stay up for and watch at 3 in the morning.
So we did.
We're learning to do that.
Yeah, I just have a need. I gotta see it. I gotta know. But anyway, I enjoyed it. I think. I think it could have maybe been a little longer, is my short answer.
That's fair.
It really is, yeah. What did you think of the final episode?
Well, that's kind of the same thing. It's like I like the twist. Are we doing full spoilers and everything, I guess?
Well, anybody who hasn't seen it, that wants to see it and doesn't want to be spoiled, I'm going to raise my hand. When the hand goes down, we're done talking about it. So,
I could probably even talk about it without. I can say it without spoilers, and you'll still know everything that I mean. I enjoyed the twist and how they did the twist, but
did you have that moment of, oh, come on, huh?
Well, like the whole point of the twist was, we're gonna do this better, because like it was wonky, and purposely so. But then we're gonna do it better, and then like I liked everything leading up to that, and then the last little bit felt so like, and we're done here, and that's like, oh come on, like
I can agree with that. Yeah, like it was like the whole build up to this magnificent end, and then like the last 5 minutes is like you said. It's kind of a letdown.
Yeah, like I could have used even a whole nother episode just dealing with that.
Private chat.
Like it could have been the twist and then set that up for like a whole nother episode.
Yeah, I just don't see why I just don't see why they couldn't have done a double length episode for the last one, or even like
that too. Yeah,
even just like a 45 minute one or something instead of a 30-minute.
But there were things I enjoyed. Overall, I liked She-Hulk. I don't mind things that are I don't know, I feel like there's such a need for something crazy to happen with every property at all times.
Yeah.
And I'm not like that. Do y'all read the current She-Hulk comic?
Not the current one, no.
Yeah, so there's one going on right now. So the basic idea is she's unemployed, I think from partying too much or something. I can't remember now. And it's just like I describe it as kind of like a slice of life superhero comic. Like there's not really much action. It's a lot of people just sitting around and talking, but the characters are well developed. And I'm okay with that. Like, I think it's well written. I don't need it to be a world-ending event or something like that. And if it's not for you, it's not for you. I get it. Like, that's fine. But I just feel like I hate that term, nothing happens, meaning it's bad. And it's like, I don't think so. Like, and especially like, you know, there's a lot of like Breaking Bad is probably my favorite show of all time. And there's oh man, so good.
Don't get me started on another damn show.
It's so good.
Oh man, it's really good. I can't watch it again because it's like pretty heavy, but
I want to rewatch it at some point. Again, I don't rewatch things, but it is.
Don't
it is
get me started on another show. I'm in season 5 now of Agents of Shield, and
you
this
enjoying
one, season 5, no, not 5, no.
Okay.
Agents in space.
Yeah. Oh well, you know what? How far along are you?
Episode 8, 9.
Okay, I will say I think
the seer just got killed. There you go.
I think season 5 takes a little longer to really hit. I think especially like the finale of season 5, which to keep in mind was maybe going to be the finale of the whole show because they weren't sure if they were going to get renewed or not. Is really, really strong.
To me, it's almost like right now it's like Fast and the Furious. Like, okay, we got to go even bigger. We got to get even crazier. Let's put them in space in the future. Okay. What the hell, guys? But I'm watching it.
Once you get the full story of season 5, I feel like you'll appreciate the beginning more. But because I told you last time I was on, I just fairly recently got done rewatching it, and sitting through it again, I was like, yeah, there's a lot of this that it's a lot of buildup without a ton of payoff for a while, but then you do get payoff to everything that happens, but your instant gratification needs are not met for a long time.
You see what I'm sorry, I'm going to jump back real quick to She-Hulk because I want to talk about this and then get it off the screen so we get back to full size. Did you see that on the IMDb there's 45, almost 46,000 people that rated it a 1? Over 1/3 of the people rated a 1. Guys, I don't care what you were expecting. This show is not a 1 under anybody's standards. Okay, if you really didn't like it, maybe it's a 3 or a 4. I get that. A 1 is like Battlefield Earth with John Travolta. A 1 is even Ang Lee's Incredible Hulk or whatever Lee is Hulk, the movie, the first one.
Yeah.
Even that to me was no worse than a 3 or a 4. Eternals was a 5. Thor: Love and Thunder, that might be a 4. But nothing. If I have to turn it off because I just can't watch it, that's a 1.
That's a 1. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
I had to do that with Inhumans.
With what?
Inhumans.
Inhumans.
Oh, Inhumans.
I didn't watch that. Eternals, that could have been a great Disney Plus series.
Yeah, I agree.
Too much in 2 hours. It was too much in 2 hours.
I think the movie is fine. Like, what'd you say, 5? That's probably about, just right there in the middle. Like, there's some cool things. There were some, things that maybe could have been better. Probably overall, a show would have been the right choice for it. But yeah, Inhumans, I don't know how many episodes I got through. And that's the thing. Like, if I start something, I usually am going to finish it. But man, it was miserable.
To me, that was the Defenders.
Defenders,
anything
I had
with
a lot
Danny
of
Rand.
issues with.
Anything with Danny Rand. Anything Iron Fist series. That Iron Fist series was just what the hell.
I finished Iron Fist.
I did too.
I never finished Inhumans.
Do you watch Spy X Family? It's hilarious. It's been described as a slice of life, like it has some action, but you kind of just enjoy seeing the characters be a family. I actually never heard of it.
Yeah, I haven't heard of that one either.
That's an anime one, I think. Like
Okay.
Hunter x Hunter, Spy X.
It's a cheap. Guys, we got to hit the second giveaway.
Oh, snap.
Number 2. Anybody just tuning in, didn't hear one before? Mr. Marco from Swytch Comics makes just about every single keychain you could possibly imagine. Holding up an Action Comics number 1. Sorry. Focus, damn it.
I'm trying.
No, I'm yelling at your camera, not you. So
I know, it's so frustrating. I feel like it never focuses where I want it to.
Now, my goal was I tried to order 4 of these in advance, but they haven't arrived. Thank you, USPS. Marco mailed them out like a week ago from 2 states away. They just haven't gotten here yet. I was going to keep one and give away the other 3. You know what? More for me. I'm keeping all 4. But he has over 160 of these on his eBay store, which we will describe again how to get into. You scroll through, you pick which one you want to win, and just tell me, give me your address. I'll buy it and ship it to, and have it shipped to you. I know how much the shipping is to me, but I don't know where you live, so I'm not going to call shipping. Rarity Ho, yes. And what I did was the first thing I did was I typed in like Hulk 181 keychain, and it comes up with several, but Rarity Ho is a seller, and I believe every one that he sells is $5. So you definitely want to also pick out a few of these that you want to buy. An assassin. Oh, okay.
We're not buying assassins.
No. So right now it's going to be #2. Can anybody guess what the next giveaway is going to be?
4. You're going to increase by doubling it each time.
Yeah. So right now, if you throw in #2 in the chat, and you win, I'm going to tell you to go to his eBay seller page, pick which comic you want, or tell me which comic you'd love to see, and I'll find it for you and see if he's got it. I guarantee if it's a comic you can name, he's got it. Key comic. You know, oh yeah. Well,
wait, keychain or key?
Keychain, yeah, right.
It's off the chain.
Ha.
Thank you.
You know what? I'm going to put in Godzilla 1
Vegeta.
keychain.
Marco, what kind of music do you listen to?
A bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
I listen to Doja Cat. I listen to Lamb of God. I listen to Bill Withers. Just all over the place, man.
I'm similar. I love Yanni, but I have my Lamb of Gods as well. Rich doesn't like modern metal.
Define modern.
Anything that's younger than you guys. Now, I mean, I'll listen to Priest. I'll listen to older Ozzy. I'll listen to country music. I'll listen to opera. I listen to a lot of different things. It depends upon what I feel like that day. But I don't have one.
I like listening to some good jazz fusion.
I've never gotten into jazz.
They gotta have a good drummer. You gotta have a really just insane drummer, and I would listen to hell out of that.
Yeah, I don't really call any specific music. That's the one I like to listen to the most. I got Bob Marley in one car and I got Joan Jett in another. There's CDs that are in the cars right now. So there's no rhyme or reason to me. I'm just weird.
I've been in, well, all 3 of us are because we're very similar descriptions there. I've been on a huge Ailstorm kick. Have you heard of them?
Yeah. I haven't listened to too much, but I know of them.
Fucking love it because they don't take themselves seriously.
Mm-hmm. Start the
pirate metal.
Start the roll. Nobody else is going to jump in. One of these 2 guys is going to get it.
Guys are killing us tonight. There's 80
Yeah.
here. Come on now. There you go,
Xbox.
What you want?
Was it Xbox? No, it was Tito asked him for Walking Dead. I was like,
Yes.
I couldn't remember. Yeah, where did he answer that? I don't know what.
Well, Xbox, tell me which one what comic book would you love to have on a keychain? I'll look it up. No, he doesn't have Nightclub.
Iced Earth. See, everyone says, do you mean Hailstorm? And I don't. I mean Ailstorm, like drinking ale.
Sidestep just a moment. It's related, I guess. But do you like Hailstorm?
I don't know. I've never heard any of their songs. I just get irritated with them because everybody confuses it with Hailstorm.
little Tommy Boy reference here.
I get so frustrated with them because I think she is one of the best female vocalists in rock. She has an amazing voice, killer, but just absolute shit lyrics. And it seems very like the studio told me to be sexy lyrics, if that makes sense.
Mm.
And it's just garbage. But her vocals are so damn good. So it's like, I think they could have been, and like the instrumentation and everything's pretty solid. There's a pretty good drummer on there, good enough guitar players. Could have been a great band, I think. And there's some songs I have that they have that I like, but overall, Batman Adventures 12 first Harley Quinn.
Yep, that's the one he wants.
With a bottle of NyQuil.
And you can see the back cover also. Check out my other mini slabs. Okay, so that one, Xbox. Xbox, I already have your address as long as it hasn't changed. We found out from Jason that his address did. So
I'm sure there's a bit somewhere in comic books where the cape is an issue.
No capes. There's a fan theory that, and I like it, that in The Incredibles, Syndrome went to Edna Mode to have his costume made, and she didn't like him, so that's why she put a cape on him, knowing that in the end it would be his demise.
That's very heavy analysis.
I love that, though.
Is that murder?
It's manslaughter at the very least.
Same address, Xbox.
Awesome.
You're a good man, Perez. A good man. Unless you like the Yankees.
Speaking of Perez, did y'all see that? God, what's his name? That Eric Larson drama from a little bit ago.
Eric Larson, no.
Real quick, 25 Perez. You're not a good man because you're going to cost me extra shipping. If you had just won, like I said, money. Okay, go ahead.
Neither one of you heard about it though.
Eric Larson. Let's see. News.
It
It wasn't too terribly long ago. I can't remember when, but
I was upset when I saw Robbie Coltrane died.
You're not a wizard anymore, Ari.
So he made I don't know if it was a tweet or I can't remember what platform it was on, but anyway, we'll just say he made a tweet saying something like, when I was younger, I used to respect or idolize George Perez's work, but now that I'm older, I see that he just hid his shortcomings in busyness or something like that. I'm paraphrasing, but it was just like an unwarranted. It wasn't part of a conversation. It was just here. I have this statement to announce to the world for no reason, and it's just like his death is still pretty recent. A lot of people still pretty upset about it. Definitely, really sad circumstances. Because if somebody's 90 and they die, well, it was their time, but definitely taken too soon. And it's like, you're Eric Larson. What have you done? A couple Spider-Man covers that people remember? And even those aren't that great. They're just like, oh, that's neat. Venom's holding the skull.
Well, and it's pretty much copying the artwork that came before.
Yeah, that too. But I don't know.
You're a good McFarlane impressionist, is what you are.
Yeah. Like he's not very good. Like, I don't know. It'd be one thing if I don't know, some crazy, really talented person. I don't know. We'll say Art Germ. I really like Art Germ's work. No doubt you can look at that and be like, this man is super, super talented.
Mm-hmm.
And not to say like him saying it would be okay either, but at least he has something to back himself up with. I'm like, Eric Larson, like, who are you? I had to remember what comics you did. You know what I mean?
Savage Dragon.
No, Michael, Savage Dragon. And I'm not even that big of a Paris fan. Not to say that I dislike his stuff, but he wouldn't be super high on my, if I had to make an all-time list or something. He's got, undeniably great work. My first slab was first Taskmaster, so I mean he definitely what about Bagpipes?
That one came out of left field, but actually I love it.
I know. I just looked down and saw the word Bagpipes, and I was like, "What?"
Yeah, actually, my response to that would be, "Oh, I forgot I was at your wife's house last night."
There you go.
Same thing for this.
I don't know. That's weird for him to just unsolicited just put it out there so soon after his death, after a universally loved dude. Too.
Yeah.
It's not like some controversial figure or something. This is one of those situations where you're like, you have everything to lose here. Zero.
Yeah. Well, because we were talking about Crane earlier. Like, I don't know if you all have seen, but I've definitely seen some people coming out and be like, actually, I've never liked Clayton Crane. You know what I mean?
I don't know. He never liked you either.
Yeah.
But he's got some badass covers that I like.
Oh no, for sure. I forget what book it is, but the one with Cosmic Ghost Rider and the Gauntlet is probably my favorite.
Yeah.
But anyway, but yeah, just for no reason. Like, again, if he was in a situation like this and someone asked him, what are your opinions on George Perez? Okay. Sure.
And then it comes up organically,
yeah,
at least.
Yeah, then, but like, just for no reason, be like, I declare war on this dead man.
Right. This beloved dead man.
Yeah.
Here you go. That's pretty cool. I'd never seen that one, actually.
It is sweet. Is that Destroys Marvel History, or what Cosmic Ghost Rider is that? I can never remember.
Cosmic Ghost, yes, Destroys Marvel History #1.
Okay. I was thinking, but it wasn't 100%. I had that book once upon a time.
Whoa. He also has a Venom one.
Oh yeah, he's got a bunch of them.
And like that's his thing, the Gauntlet, I guess, huh?
Yeah, and yeah, I'm totally fine with the artists having their little niches, little signatures. Oh, speaking of signatures, so earlier we were talking about Clayton Crane and how, like, at first when I was getting into comics, I was like, "Oh, his art's really cool," and then I found a bunch of other people, and I said, I don't know when I really stopped caring so much about him, and I do remember. This was some slight controversy. I don't think people cared too much at the time, but he, I'm sure you all have seen all his he's got awesome signatures, like the blood splatter and the rainbow and, all those cool ones.
Who's it? Sorry.
Clayton Crane.
Oh, I think his signature is very cool looking. It's very like,
and it's awesome. It's like a stamp, and he's got a bunch of really nice ones. But and this was a while back, he raised his prices, and I can't remember exactly, but some of his, like, he has a crazy like tier list of signatures, and some of them are just dumb expensive. And to me, it's like, I don't know. I feel like that's very taking advantage of your diehard fan base. I don't know. I think.
Oh, interesting. I'm looking at it now. Yeah, infinity signature with 2 or more colors.
Does it show prices on there or no?
Okay, so let's see.
Because I can't remember. It's been a long time since I looked at
All
it,
right,
but I just remember
so
being offended by the pricing.
so for just in general, signature services, $35 for a signature with a COA, just a plain signature.
Is that his regular, like, beautiful stamp signature, or is that his C with a little scribble next to it?
I'm gonna guess C with a scribble.
Because those also, I don't like those. I know McFarlane also does that. He has this nice signature, and he has this what I think of as a peasant signature. Like, fine, I guess I'll do something for you.
Diet Todd McFarlane.
I think that's super offensive, in my opinion. I don't know if y'all care or not, but
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's that like diet one, and then the what's called the infinity signature is 2 or more colors is $75, so $40 more to take an extra second.
And where are you looking at that?
Clan McDonald Comics is like they have a whole section called Clayton Crane Signature Services. And
I could have sworn it was more. I could be wrong. I could have sworn like some of his nicer ones were like 100 plus or something.
Well, then it goes to the murder signature, which is $110.
Okay.
And then a remark. Oh, Jesus. A remark in his signature is $495.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
I bought an awesome Venom Lethal Protector signed with a sweet remark, 2 colors. He did gold and silver on the remark. From Sam De La Rosa. Newsstand from his booth for $80. And it was a sweet remark. I really, really liked it.
Wow.
And that's a book where newsstand matters. At the shop that I work at, I've seen countless, direct Venom Lethal Protector ones. I don't think I've ever had in my few years working there, I don't think I've ever had a newsstand come through.
It's all that Xbox. Poignant timing.
I didn't. I've never sent the book to CGC for an artist signature. The only one that I've done for the signing event was the Ewan McGregor.
I've done Miko Swayan. I've got one there for Scotty Young right now.
You had one for George Perez.
Yeah.
I had a few for George Perez, but unfortunately,
you didn't make it.
Over to Marv Wolfman halfway through, which is still cool, and Jim Starlin. Who else? Chris Claremont. I have a few. And then I'm doing Todd McFarlane here before the beginning of November.
I've never sent one in.
One thing I can say is that when I don't know if it holds true for all of the signings that they have, but for the Ewan McGregor, they offered for $20 extra cleaning and pressing. And,
yeah, they do that.
And it only added 2 weeks to the turnaround time instead of the standard 2 years. So,
because they got to get it ready for the signing, I guess,
I think I got cleaned and pressed after the signing. From the trail that I followed through, I think they cleaned and pressed it after it was signed.
I'd want it pressed before, but that's me anyway.
Well, looking at the sign book that I got from the webpage,
I think after is better, just because it can,
Yeah.
I've seen horror stories where people are like, "This book was 9/8 for sure," and they had the pictures of it, and then it comes back in the slab with like a slight crease or something.
I see what you're saying.
I got the isolation book from Reggie Collects.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, but I'm going to see if I can look in the red signature. I'm going to try and go with different lights here. There's a massive thumbprint like right through the dang.
Where is it?
Ah!
Oh, I'll take your word on it.
No, it's like literally a thumbprint, like somebody pushed. I mean, I could use this to get into like thumbprint identification.
Yeah.
Well,
And I'm like, do I take a cloth and try to clean that so and smudge the signature? I don't know.
Did you do a window box on it?
No, this was
No.
like I didn't send them the book.
You
Oh,
ordered
okay,
it that
okay,
way.
okay, okay. Gotcha.
It was a
gotcha. Okay.
pre-order from them. You could order the book or the signed book, and I ordered the signed book, and I came in like, seriously, guys,
Yeah.
that's rude.
I would think if you sent in a book for a CGC sign or whatever signing, I guess really, and you did a window box, then the comic should be okay. I don't think they would take it out, and there shouldn't be any issues happen to it. But I could see, yeah, if you didn't do a window box and they're taking it out and moving it around and whatever.
It should be, but I don't know, man. The signature ones that I've done, I've not paid for pressing and cleaning, but I might going forward just because of the paranoia. I don't know. Hey, Hector, what's up, man? You trying to win a keychain? Because odds are good. You're gonna get one if you play. Oh man,
I don't have a ton of signed books, and I've never taken a book to get signed.
I'm gonna get a shit ton signed in Baltimore.
I want to get some books signed. I just haven't yet.
Here's the book I want to bring to the store and have them signed. The After School #1
without a backing board, classic.
That's the way Things from Another World sent it to me, even though I paid for it. But that's another Deegan Pecoris cover for After School #1. That was just exclusive for Things from Another World. But yeah, I've been trying to pick up signed books from people that are about to pass away before they pass away. I don't know how else to say it. It's sounding morbid, but I picked up a Stranko and 3 Ramirez Senior, and my favorite Ramita though is definitely this one
because you get to tell your story.
It's John Romita Jr.'s art. John Romita Sr. had nothing to do with this book. So again, I guess just picture the arguments in the household. Over there like, shut up! You can't even sell your books unless I sign them. The store had a whole bunch of these things waiting. I signed them. Boom, they're gone. But you can pick them up on eBay relatively cheap because they're the Dynamic Forces ones. So that these are all signed and numbered. So
it's legitimate.
And this one was over at Seneca Comics, and I just had to grab that one. That was just too gorgeous.
That's great. Yeah.
I think, again, in the slightly morbid direction, but of signatures of people that I would want to get that is you better get it quick type thing. For me, probably top of the list is a John Byrne signature.
I was thinking about that all day today, and he doesn't sign anymore, does he?
I from what I've read, again, newbie to comics, but from what I've read, he's never been one to go to a bunch of signings and stuff. But I love his work. I think I'd probably get a She-Hulk 34, the Vanity Fair one.
The Jump Rope is not bad either.
I like that one. It's a great cover. I need to get it. I haven't got it yet. But I just picked up a cool one. It's a Fantastic Four issue, and I cannot remember what number it is at all. But it's the one where it's got Stan Lee on the cover and She-Hulk's behind him.
Okay, yeah.
I was going through some stuff in our back stock at the shop, and I was filling out some Fantastic Four, and I found that one. I'm like, sweet, I've been looking for that one.
I don't see any gold label John Byrne signatures on eBay.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I haven't done a ton of knowledge, but from the knowledge I have done, he is not an easy signature to find. And I think it'd be super, super cool, but I don't know how much that will end up costing me. And it's one of those things, like you said, sometimes it's not about the money. It's like you could have all the money in the world, but if you can't find it, it doesn't matter.
Let me see if I can switch this to highest priced. Yeah, even going by highest price, I don't see any
Specifically on that book or at all?
at all. I don't see signed books.
I know I've seen at
Here's
least one before.
Here's an X-Men 129, 9.6, signed by Terry Austin, John Byrne, and Chris Claremont. That's 5,000. I went to highest price first. Sorry.
And I can't remember. This one.
I'm just not seeing signed books by John Byrne.
Well, and the ones I see, he signed. I dislike signing on the front, on the first page, and not on the front cover. I like the cover signature.
Yeah, me too. Me too. Yeah. So here's a X-Men 142. Claremont signed on the title, as he always does, and then it says John Byrne written on first page in pen.
There you go.
See, that's another thing. I wouldn't buy it if it's signed on the inside.
No, I hate
not
that.
not slabbed anyway.
Yeah, I wouldn't buy it at all.
Yeah, I wouldn't either because I would want to slab it. And then what's the point?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't like that mentality, and it's pretty much an old school writer mentality of, for the most part, that I don't want to sign and destroy the art, and I'm just like, just do it. Especially like it kills me when there's a big negative space. It's like just sign on the big block of green, you know, like I don't care.
And this is not just comic artists. A lot of celebrities are just a royal pain in the neck when it comes to signatures.
Yeah.
I was at a convention many years ago for baseball. There was a 500 home run hitters convention. It was in Atlantic City. At that time, there were 14 men that had hit 500 home runs. 11 of them were still alive, and they were all in one convention hall. And they made this lithograph of all 11 men. And one of the guys, he was standing in front of me, he had that lithograph, and he asked Mickey Mantle when he got to him, "Could you please sign in the infield dirt?" Because it was like a lithograph of all of them standing on the baseball field on the dirt.
Mm-hmm.
And he wanted to have all the signatures, one right after another, underneath their feet. And Mantle looked at him, looked back down, and signed it right across the middle of the jersey.
Oh,
all the other things,
yeah, that's just rude.
Willie Mays never liked signing round items because it's awkward. He forgot to put that in the stipulation when he signed. Yeah, when he signed in for this convention, so people were bringing him baseballs to sign.
Mm-hmm.
And there was maybe a 9-10-year-old kid that had a baseball. He was just fed up at this point. So the kid gave him the baseball. I'm about 3 people back in line. I see him. He like rolls his eyes, takes the baseball, signs it, and throws it and hits the kid in the chest. I'm like, dudes, yeah.
I can understand you having a bad day, but
roid rage.
Yeah, right. Seriously.
See, I don't know. I mean, you know, they always say don't meet your heroes and stuff, but sometimes you can meet people, and whether, you know, sure, maybe they might be putting on a show or whatever, protecting their personal image. But I mean, it's just nice when you do meet somebody. One time I was in line to see the original Green Power Ranger, and I was there with my 2 brothers, and I don't know, maybe 10 or so people ahead of us. There was a kid, and he was just there to meet the Green Power Ranger, you know, and even though I think he was just there, just wanted to, you know, say hi and then walk on. And I can't remember what it was, but he signed something like a picture or something and gave it to him for free anyway. And it's just like, cool. You know, you love seeing stuff like that.
Yeah. It's the best when you meet people and they're cool. So it's a double-edged sword about meeting your heroes.
At that convention, the 2 nicest people were Frank Robinson, and his line was going so slow.
Yeah.
God forbid you would put all these guys at one table and had one line. No, you had to get online for this guy, then go get online for that guy. And I think it was like 9 hours I was there.
Oof.
And his line was going so slow. And I'm saying to the guy behind me that I don't care who this guy thinks he is. He's in whatever Hall of Fame. I don't give a shit. You just decide the damn name. How long does it take? This is ridiculous. I'm going to give him a piece of my mind when I get up there. It's okay. The guy in front of me moves off to the side. I walk up. I'm about to open my mouth. He goes, "Hey, welcome to the convention." I'm like, "Hi." He goes, he's shaking my hand. He goes, "What's your name?" I went, "Rich." He goes, "Well, Rich, where are you from?" He was taking the time to be nice to everybody.
Yeah.
And I walked away going, "I'm such a dick."
It's kind of a double-edged sword because it does suck when someone's talking and they will hold up the line. But obviously when it gets to be your turn, you're like, this is amazing, you know?
Yeah.
And the other guy who was so nice, and it was 2 weeks before the news broke and he got in trouble, was Pete Rose.
Whoa.
Yeah, he was a sweetheart at that show. Nice to so many people.
Old Petey Rose. Well, private chat?
No.
Private chat. I bet you I know what this is going to say. Oh, no, well, same idea. I think it's about time we should get the third giveaway out the way.
Oh, whoa, nice.
This way, in case at some point we go, you know what, I'm tired, I want to go to bed, we can. So this is going to be number 3. Let's see if there's anybody still in the chat here.
Who's awake?
Yeah, Hector, you're new to the chat. Anime, I think you did not get in the last giveaway. Marco has a wonderful series of keychains with just about any comic book.
That's
CGC
a nice focus
slab,
right there, Marco.
CGC slabs comic book that you can imagine, and it's a front and back. It's a great gift for yourself or for other people. What I'm going to ask you to do is either just tell me the book and I'll find it because he has an eBay store with like 160 different ones, or you can go and shop for yourself.
What's up, baby? Good to see you.
Fantastic. So, and you tell me if you win. You tell me your address. Pick which one you want, and I'll buy it and have it shipped to you.
Oh, there we go.
Ooh. Focus, baby. Focus.
What do you guys feel about verified signatures from CBCS? Do you put stock in those?
Absolutely.
Yeah. I mean, I think, you know, at the end of the day, witnessed is always definitely better. But I don't know. It just kind of depends because, like, at the same time, you know, I work at a shop, and so we'll get in items that will be signed and have no certification, and we do a lot of work, and you know, we're looking at a bunch of signatures, and we're doing our own verification on whether we think it looks accurate. And there's been plenty that we've been like, yeah, we're pretty sure this is legit, and plenty that's come in and be like, no, this is definitely not real. Or even just, for example, like Stan Lee's signatures, hard to tell. You know, some people just have huge variations in their signatures, and you can look at a bunch of legit ones and being like, this guy, it really just depends. Or in the case like Stan Lee, it's like, well, he signed stuff for many decades and his signature changed. So, with that being said, people still love getting signatures, and like, you know, like I said, we do a lot of Funko Pops, and so, you know, you get a Funko with a big actor signed onto it. It's still going to be a hot item that usually sells pretty well, even without a COA or anything.
Let's get one more entry and make it a nice round 5, huh?
Come on, one more person type in #3.
I probably wouldn't buy a verified Stan Lee.
It's too easy to copy.
Well, there's that, and it's, like I said, just the fact that his signature varied so hard, it is super difficult to verify that one. I'd buy well, I mean, not that I'm looking for, but like a verified Clayton Crane. Like I said, his signature is a stamp. Like, you know exactly what his signature looks like, and if there's anything wrong with it, it would be super easy to tell.
Have you ever submitted a signature for verification?
I have two at CBCS right now that have been there for a while. It is Daredevil 9 and 10 signed by David Mack.
Oh.
First appearance and cover appearance of Echo.
Echo, yeah. I hope you get him back.
Yeah. It was sent during the bad time. During, everything was going smooth, good turnaround times, and then everyone's using CBCS now.
So that is one of my favorite books. First Nightwing appearance signed by George Perez. 9.6, and that's probably my proudest verified signature. And I couldn't do anything because he was passed away. So
yeah. I don't, like I said, I don't have many. I have that signed and remarked Venom Lethal Protector by Sam De La Rosa. I have a witnessed, it's a CGC anyway, but I witnessed Donnie Cates on my Venom 3, and I have the witnessed Steranko on Strange Tales 158, whatever it is, First Living Tribunal. I'm trying to think what other signed books I don't have a lot.
Should we do it?
Yep,
Yeah,
go for it. Answer is
Hey,
Yummy!
Yummy, Barnabe.
Okay, so first, probably make it the easiest. Tell me what book you would love to see.
Yeah. By the third time around, we figured out a good strategy how to do it.
Yes, because I'm actually on his store right now, and I'll just type in and look it up.
I can also
and I'll
tell
show it to you. Well, which one he would like?
No, I can tell you if I have it available or not.
Like he did for the Walking Dead one.
Yeah, but this way I can also bring it up on the screen.
But yeah, if there's a big recognizable key, just name it. We'll see.
You have Reed Fleming, number 1.
Destroyer Duck.
The Tick. Actually, The Tick number 1 would be a cool cover. It would be a cool little one to make.
Yeah.
That's very
get
iconic.
Into some of the big video game ones. I wonder if those might be kind of popular.
Well, I mean, what if you did little miniature? I mean, you see how well those Mario Kart and I saw Sweet. And I'm like, but you didn't tell me which book. What's the Trish Forstner? They do the N64 games.
For which one?
Trish Forstner is the one that's the artist that's doing the 8 Billion Genies Mario Kart version, and she did the Super Mario version. Sorry, and Death Ride. That's the name of the book, right? Death Ride. Dark Ride.
Okay.
Mario Kart version of that. So if you got the original video games like GoldenEye in a little one.
Yeah.
Yame, are you stateside or international?
Oh, that's another good question.
Yeah.
That's definitely.
By the way, if you want to just
price.
if you want to just message just to YouTube, you can change it. If you click on it to the left of the chat box, there's instead of you can change it from all to
Montreal.
Montreal, nice, dude. Well, tell us what your favorite comic book is, so we can get the keychain for you.
Just pull it up on the screen. He wants to contact us to give us his address, I'm sure.
It's so wild. I don't know if it's wild to you all or not, but I don't know. I don't think of it like when I'm just sitting in my room making videos of me talking about comics. I don't know. I don't think about so many people from all over the world, tuning in and watching them. And you don't typically realize it until it's giveaway time.
Yeah,
and then
there's a little bit of that for us, at least for me.
Yeah,
but we've always had Tiago to keep us like grounded, and because he's in Brazil.
Yeah.
And then we've got Dave over in New Zealand. He's on quite a bit. So we've got our southern hemisphere covered.
I got one guy that's won a few of my or he's won 2 of my
Spawn
giveaways,
number
I think.
1.
There you go.
Spawn
Spawn number 1.
Yeah, we got Spawn. I got Spawn right here.
Boom. Let me. There you go.
Yes, you have it. I'm still going to pull it up on a bigger picture just so you can see what it's going to look like. But even bigger than that.
That's okay. We can show both.
Yes.
Yeah, I got one person that's won a couple giveaways, and I can't remember what country he lives in, but he has a friend in the States. He's like, I'll just give it to him.
Dude, Guillaume. I'm trying to pronounce it correctly.
Guillaume?
Guillaume. Is that how you pronounce your name, sir or ma'am? Assume sir. Sounds like Guillermo.
Spawn.
French equivalent of William.
Yeah, this was a really expensive night for me on eBay, man. No, while we were doing all this chat, I actually bought a John Byrne signed book. So
What'd you get?
I made an offer and they accepted. I'm like, damn.
How dare they?
Seriously. That's why I was asking about the verified signatures.
Oh, did you get it? You got it verified?
Yeah.
Cool.
So it's
cool.
a X-Men 282 and a 9.4.
Is it inside?
Nope, it's John Byrne is signed right here in the X of X-Men.
Oh, okay.
And the cover artist, who I don't know that person, cover art Wils Portasio. It's his signature. So we got verified signature John Byrne and Wils Portasio. There's John Byrne right there across the X.
Huh.
So we got a cover signature and Wils.
Go, guys! Buy it now.
What? Who? Where? What?
No, he's. You said you got it already, right?
Yeah, I made an offer and they accepted it.
Yeah.
Oh, you just bought it right now?
Yeah, that's what I said. It's a very expensive night for me on eBay. I can't do this.
All right,
keep me off of eBay. Bad boy.
I'm watching this video on how to pronounce.
Are you watching the video?
Okay, so Guillaume, please reach out to us on Team Ohana Family on Instagram, correct?
Yes.
Okay, and send us a message.
Link in the chat.
Yeah, he's gonna put the link in the chat. Send us a message with your shipping address. I'll order you the no, not the Godzilla, the Spawn number 1. Boom! 3 keychains. You're going international. I hopefully when I plug in the address, it puts the proper shipping charges. It should, right?
Oh, on eBay, yeah. My bad.
Okay.
I was like zoned out.
Do I have an email? Yes,
Yeah.
Yes, yeah, of course.
Yeah, you can do.
He's typing.
How do you know?
I could hear it. Team
Yeah, I know.
Ohana Family at gmail.com. See the theme here?
There you go.
No. Thank you for being part of the channel, man. Being part of the family.
Yeah, dude. Welcome. If I don't recognize your name, so I hope you hang out with us more often. We do this pretty much every Saturday night, and every Wednesday night we've been doing our new comic book day.
Yep.
So,
and we've been doing a bunch of reaction videos, and thankfully a couple of shows have ended, so we'll try to get a little bit more sleep. But
until the next round,
we want to start. Oh, yeah. One other thing for anybody that's still in this chat, and I wanted to ask this earlier, and I apologize. We want to start watching movies and do a reaction videos of movies that we have not seen, like a first time watching. But we'd like to know what movies you recommend. So at the same time, bear in mind, we've seen a lot of movies, but you guys are so active. Yeah, my boss tells me I move like a molasses, though. But throw out
We're
some
active by night and sluggish by day.
Yeah, I'm at the machine, go round the round. What movies would you like to see us react to? And just start throwing out names up in the chat so we have an idea. And we're going to start documenting these. And
Hocus Pocus too.
I watched that last night.
How was it?
I actually think I liked it better than the first one.
Nice. It's always scary, especially when you have like decades in between. It's like this
That was big.
No, it was good. And I don't want to give any kind of spoilers, but
it was good. It was good.
Look, I don't want to give spoilers, but there's at one point I was watching it with the wife, and I hit pause. And I went, I can't believe that. She's like, I know, right? It's so that once, and I'm not going to say what it was because that kind of gives away part of the story.
Yeah,
but yeah, I liked it a lot. I really did. I didn't think I was going to.
Sometimes another surprisingly good sequel, fairly recent, I guess, was that last Bill and Ted movie.
Yes,
you watch that?
Yeah, that was much better than Bogus Journey.
Yeah, I really liked that. I went in with very little expectations, and I was pretty happy with it.
Yeah, it was good. I liked it.
Well, we get enough suggestions and everything. We're going to start putting polls up on Patreon to let people vote on them. So if you want to have a voice and join us on Patreon as well, and that way you can also have the watch-alongs with us. So you can put on the movie and watch the entire thing unedited. So that way you'll feel like watching it with us.
You can watch it with your two best buds,
or us.
No, we are the buds.
I was trying to think of a fairly obscure good movie to suggest, and I got one. I don't know if you've seen it. Black Mass.
No, I think I remember hearing that.
It's a Johnny Depp gangster movie.
Oh, I remember when that came out. I was like, what the hell is he doing in this?
It's solid. It's really, really good. That's my suggestion. That's all I got.
It's cool. Look, I mean, even if it's something that like one of us has seen, we'll still do it together. It's fine.
Yeah.
Just like Greg is watching, and I wanted to ask how your progress is on Clone Wars.
Nice.
That's a big 0.
0 progress since the last report.
You're not going to make it by Tales of the Jedi like you promised, are you?
Where you at on it?
Like season 4?
Yeah. Well, the good news, to a degree, I guess, once you get to 6, right? They're much shorter.
The seasons?
Just the last 2? Yeah.
Yeah, but and season 7, I think once I told him already the last 2 episodes he's not allowed to watch. I have to watch it with him. We have to do a reaction video for it.
The last 2 of season 7, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm on episode 5. I'm season 5, episode 5.
That's not bad. That's not bad.
Oh, you're in 5?
Yeah, man.
That's not bad at all.
That might be my favorite season. It's so good. That's where all the conspiracy stuff happens.
You know what? I was watching this, and the who's the kid or like 20-something-year-old where his mother was murdered, and his mother was like a dignitary or something, and he wanted to get like revenge, but Ahsoka ends up like pointing him in the right direction to be like a useful rebel with Saw Gerrera.
What are you talking about with Saw Gerrera? The only time I remember Saw Gerrera was with it was him and his sister.
Yes, yeah.
Right? Okay.
There's a frick. Whatever. I'll have to find it. Anyway, he's the voice actor. The same voice actor does have a big part in the terribly short one season of the Green Lantern animated series, which is fucking fantastic, regardless of what you think about the movie. It's really good, and he's a major character in that show, and it's a really good show. It's made by Bruce Timm, the guy who did all the fantastic animated DC shows of the 90s. So you know it's quality. I'm not a horror guy. The new Chucky series?
There's a Chucky series?
Yeah, I didn't know that. There's two seasons now.
2 seasons? Wow, okay. I don't know. I love horror, but I'm not big on the mascots of horror. I don't care too much for Chucky and Michael Myers and Ghostface and all that.
I will say my entry into metal music was seeing Freddy vs. Jason in the movie theaters in 2003 and hearing Killswitch Engage and
I got a little fun little comic and metal related story for you.
Good.
I got the other day we got in the collection, and I was taking all the ratty bags and boards off and putting new ones on. And in the back of one comic, it had some little sale paper from a CD shop or something, and it was I think it said get $2 off Korn Untouchables, and it threw me back because that was my first metal album. Back when I was a teenager, my parents were fairly restrictive with what I watched and listened to and everything. So I listened to a lot of, like, at that time, it was probably like Collective Soul and stuff like that, you know, kind of light rock, I guess we'll just call it. And I was visiting family in Dallas. And it's really weird. My cousin listened to a lot of rap, like just pretty much just entirely rap. Mm-hmm. And I was flipping through his CD binder that people used to have, you know. And then just in this huge binder of a bunch of rap CDs, Korn Untouchables was there. And I was like, oh, it's got an interesting looking CD. And, you know, I popped it in and listened to it, and it changed my life. And that was my first metal album that I listened to, and I love that album. I think it is Korn's best album, in my opinion.
That's awesome. That's very cool. Was that the one with
the big songs on that was like Here to Stay, Thoughtless, Alone I Break.
I really like a non-single song from that album, Wake Up Hate.
There's a lot of, like, throughout. I'm this is a big conversation that probably most people don't care about, so I'll keep it fairly short. But I'm shocked that there's not more commercial success from that album. I think they did an amazing job of mixing their weirdness with, like, I think every chorus on that album is a banger. Like, I think it hits hard in a catchy way. There's a lot of cool melodic things going on in that album. And I'm surprised it didn't get more known.
It's funny that, what is it? For me, I think Follow the Leader was like their ascension up. Issues was like the Issues album was like motherfucking pinnacle Korn, and then after Untouchables, they kind of started dropping off, I feel like. But I guess that was just the timing of new metal.
In a way, I really feel like a big.
In popularity, not quality, maybe.
I feel like a big push of them into the mainstream was the Untitled album. It was like 2008 or something with Coming Undone, you know?
Pushing into the mainstream?
Yeah. Because I feel like they had a bunch of singles, but most people wouldn't listen to the rest of their music. But I feel like, you know, they had Coming Undone and Twisted Transistor and had a much more, it was still new metal, but it had a lot more aspects of, like, pop to it.
It was more palatable. Yeah.
Twisted Transistor. Yeah. But to me, and again, we can wrap this up, but I think that really should have been Untouchables. I think that album a lot of it could have been radio material, and I don't know why it never popped off. I think it's better than not to say that I don't like their other stuff. I love their stuff, but I think it's top tier Korn for sure.
Very good.
I'm ordering keychains.
I was hoping you'd say I'm ordering Untouchables right now.
Well, who, what? No. It's just I'm going to my phone. I'm picking up the address.
Yeah, it's a lot of work. It's weird, because selling a bunch of stuff on eBay. There's so many people that are so avid against eBay. It's like they take 15%. That's my money, or whatever. But like without realizing eBay is a service, and you're paying after the fact for a service, which is pretty awesome. There's no upfront cost to it. Mm-hmm. And at the same time, like, it makes shipping so much easier. Okay, this one, click print, good to go. I don't have to go to USPS.com and type in their address and change my address because I can't figure out how to change it on their damn website, and it's my old address. And I don't know. To me, it's like I kind of would rather sell my stuff on eBay than like have people hit me up on Instagram where I get more money, but it's just like, it's not worth it.
How does that even? I always hear people talking about, oh yeah, I sell on Instagram. Does that mean you advertise what you want to sell and then you point them to your PayPal? Is that
whatever? So yeah, people just shoot me a message or whatever on Instagram, and then I either just send them the total and tell them my PayPal address, or you have the weirdos that demand an invoice for whatever reason, and I'm like, just send them, like, it's fine. You don't need an invoice. Yeah. Like, I need the invoice.
Yeah,
and it's really weird. So I think I maybe figured that out, and this is a weird little tangent. But one time I had a guy, and he was like, "But I don't want to send goods and services. Maybe in the future." But it was like the first transaction with this guy. He's like, I just want to be safe in our first transaction. And I'm like, you can send goods and services. Like, it's if you click on my or if you type in my thing to send money, you get to pick whether it's goods and services or friends and family. So I don't know if that a lot of people, I guess, think that's the way that it is. I don't know. But like, again, working at a comic shop, and we sell a lot of stuff to not locally, and ship a bunch of stuff. We always get so many people being like, just so insistent on the invoice, and I'm just like, I don't get it. I don't understand.
I never provide an invoice on eBay.
I hate it. It's so irritating. No, I'm talking about on PayPal. I saw some people somewhat talking about on Korn. What's going on?
Greg, do you have access to the Gmail account?
Yeah. Follow leader. That's good.
Just see if the address came through so we can order the last one.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, the address came through?
Yep.
Can you forward it to my email address so I can see it?
Yeah.
I got Xboxes and Tito's ordered already. So that's cool.
On the way.
And just so full disclosure, New Comic Book Day was won by Jason Doyle. And if he happens to be seeing this on replay, or if he's there and he just hasn't typed anything, I have not sent out the copies of the books yet, because I was thinking if you did win today, I'd do it all in one shot. But now I'll get that out. Thank you so much. That helps. Okay. I'm going to bring this over here just so I can copy the address.
I'm always super late with my shipping out my giveaway stuff. I'm so bad about it. Because, like, I have this mentality of, like, I'll get to it, and then... But also, there's part of me that's like, well, they didn't pay for it. Like, I don't have to, like, rush it. You know what I mean? Like, if somebody buys something from me, I want to make sure it gets to them as soon as possible. But, I don't know. And then, like, it just... Every time it gets pushed to the side, and then end up shipping like 3 weeks later. I'm like, I'm sorry. I'm
Just
a mess.
blame the post office at that point. I don't know, man. You know, USPS, government setbacks, buzzwords.
Finally
Media
enough,
mail.
this came in super fast. You're talking about your package being super slow. This wasn't supposed to be here till Tuesday.
Yeah. So there you go.
Complete shock to me when I got a email today saying it was delivered. I was like, what?
I meant to say when you debuted it, but that case for the slab, it makes me think of like a coffin for the slabs almost.
That's what my mom called it too.
Yeah.
That's a lot of fun.
It's like perfect height with that.
Yeah, so these things at the top and the bottom, did go like all the way across in the middle, and so I cut that in half. I just kind of was eyeballing it, and I was like, I think that'll work. And I cut it in half. I yanked it out of there, and hot glued them into there.
That's perfect.
I want to find a way because like right at a 1 degree angle, it'll start to fall forward.
Yeah,
dude.
What?
It's not letting me put in a Canadian address.
You should be able to. Hey, what's up, Wahoo?
Wahoo! What up?
Because the customer pool is so large. Yeah, there's so many benefits on eBay.
Your reach is infinite with eBay.
Well, I'm
And
trying to pay with PayPal, and it says please check it. I'm adding another address, and it's only states. Not letting me do it.
What comic is that one?
Spawn number 1.
Let me double check it. I should have the, because I mean I ship. It's not super often, but I ship stuff decently often to other countries, and everything should be set up under whatever the
global shipping program.
Yeah, that thing.
Twisted transistors in my head now.
I have so many problems with eBay, though. I feel like they've made their platform harder to use, and like I feel like they've taken out a lot of easy to use accessibility features on there. And it's so frustrating. Like if somebody sends me a message about like their order, there should be a button to click there to then go to their order rather than having to search through all my orders. Let's see.
Yeah, I don't like their messaging system at all.
They could use a huge overhaul. Yeah, it says it's ship internationally is turned on with the global shipping program.
Yeah, it's got Virgin Islands, Puerto Rico, Northern Marianas, Guam, Western American Samoa. That's it.
That's strange.
Other than that, it's just United States. There's no Canada in here at all.
What if you just do it outside of eBay?
How do I buy it? Oh, okay, yeah, just
pay Marco.
We'll never figure that out.
Figure out the guy who makes them.
So then we're gonna forward this email one more time.
Yeah. Just hit me up later.
Is that all right, Marco?
Yeah. I'll figure out the shipping and stuff,
and then you just tell me how much it is, and I'll send it to your friends and family.
Cool.
Ask for an invoice though.
I always, yes, of course, I gotta have an invoice.
Marco, give me your or I'll give it to you on Instagram.
Just shoot me a message on Instagram. We'll get it figured out.
I'll slide into your DMs.
Kinky. Okay, didn't need that part.
What were we talking about? Oh, we're talking about eBay, I guess, kind of. But I don't know. It's just so weird to me. Like, again, neither one of y'all really like sell, right?
I do.
Like what?
Okay. We sell comics.
I don't like how I'm gonna have to pay taxes on my shit this year.
That's a different conversation.
Well, I apologize, but I still don't like
it. I'm just saying, like, that's, like, because that's not them. Like, I don't think eBay cares at all. It's just damn government. But
America.
It's just so weird because like 15% for a service like that is so wild. And just like people selling stuff in general, I feel like are so entitled because again, like people will bring collections of whatever, you know, pops or comics or whatever to the shop, and they're like, you know, whatever, it's worth $100. I'd like to get 80 out of it. It's like, or 90 out of it. It's like you'll still make some money. It's like, no, we got a store, we got employees. You know, it might sit there for a year. You know, like there's so much going on. People think like people don't realize how much of the work is where the money comes from, not the product. The product is important, but the work is where you get the money from. And sometimes the work is you make a Facebook post, say you have it for sale, and it's gone in a minute and a half. Sometimes it's easy like that, and sometimes it's not, and it's always a gamble. And like, I don't know, people just don't understand that. If something happens to me, you know, I get off the stream and I go to the bathroom and I trip and break my leg, or I don't know, I'm just making up a story, but whatever. I need some money and I got to sell my books to get that money, and I need it tomorrow. I'm not getting full value. I'm not getting 80% value, even on my good stuff, you know? Like,
yeah,
Business
I gotta
is a gamble.
have time to put the work in if I want the money, because that's where it comes from. And again, like, if I'm going to sell something, you have a few options. eBay, which is going to charge you a fee, but I think is a pretty minimal fee. It could be smaller, sure, but all in all, not that bad. Or you could have put in a ton of work building up your own, you know, social media presence as a trusted seller, and you have thousands of people looking at your stuff at all times. That's a lot of work.
Yes, it is. Trust me.
So is setting up and doing a show.
Yeah, you could do a live show where 2 people show up, you know.
No, I'm at a Comic-Con.
Oh yeah, doing a con where you got to pay hundreds of dollars for a tiny little table
and hope that you know, sell enough to cover that. And
yeah.
I agree that it's not as big a percentage as people make out, but what I don't like about it on eBay is that it's a higher percentage for that category than 90% of the other categories.
Yeah, and that's fair.
And if I sell a refrigerator for $1,000 and you sell a comic for $1,000, I'm going to walk away with more money than you are.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, yeah, but like, for example, also, I do voiceover work on Fiverr, and they charge 20% on there, which is, you know, getting a little steeper, but at the same time, I would not meet any of those clients.
Voiceover
I don't
work?
have that reach. Yeah.
We were talking about that last time.
But how does it work on Fiverr?
Have you used Fiverr or like checked out Fiverr at all?
That's where we got our LLC logo now.
Yeah. So basically, I have several pages with examples. So like I have one for like demon voices, and you can go in there and listen to all my examples of demon voices. You can place an order. You can shoot me a message and, you know, talk about, I'm looking for this, and, you know, kind of like this sample, or maybe shoot me a YouTube video or something else and be like, this, you know, this is what I'm looking for. This is my character. This is his qualities, you know, all kinds of different approaches in that field. But yeah, you just strike up a conversation or you just place an order. I have, you know, a list of questions whenever you place an order to help me get the information I need in order to do a voiceover.
Then you record it, send it to them, and they pay you.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what I did with the first 2 songs I wrote. I did all the music, but I can't scream properly.
Oh, yeah.
I found a, you know, vocalist who could do, you know, metal vocals, and I gave him direction, paid him, and then he sent me the vocals back. So it's a similar thing.
Oh, cool. I thought Fiverr was only like artists, you know, like drawn stuff, logos.
It is.
You can do anything.
You can get your taxes done on Fiverr.
Yeah.
It is for online services.
Yeah, I've
Any kind of
looked into-
services?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure you can get stuff in that field too.
God, I was kidding.
do-
Okay.
I do
You do
five-way compliance, like accessibility for documentation and stuff.
Yeah.
And I started making a Fiverr page for that, because you can literally any service you can do. It's all freelancers and they do anything. It's really cool.
Yeah. But again, their cut's 20%, which is pretty hefty in the market. But
You wouldn't have met those clients, as you said.
yeah, and once you realize like that, like I could be sitting here not, trying my damnness, but not getting known, or I can use a service and I have customers.
That's what you pay to play the game.
I mean, good night, Tito. Thanks again for joining us.
Good night, buddy.
We're trying to get an Etsy page up, a seller's page up. It's turning into a little adventure. We think it's ironed out now, and an eBay page set up, so we can sell, like T-shirts and hats and our own keychains. Not going to do anything with comic books. If we do keychains, just going to be an Ohana logo. I ordered today on my own dime. Don't worry about it, Greg. A test of 100 2-inch holographic stickers.
Oh, okay.
I started, once you start searching for these things on the internet, you get flagged by the Google search engine, and you start getting offers left and right.
And Facebook and all of them, yeah.
If you keep ignoring these offers, they get better and better. So I got I got an offer today for, let's see what the quality is. A 100 2-inch diameter holographic stickers for $39. I'm like, that's not bad from the prices I've been looking at. So I'll give those a try and see how they look. And if they really look good, I'll send you 50 of them.
Cool. We can put them in all the orders.
Yeah. But I'd love to be able to offer just about anything possible, because I think I like the Team Ohana logo, because you can throw that sticker like that on the back of your laptop or just somewhere, and it's kind of relaxing just looking at it too. So, what time you got? Yeah, I'm out of steam too, and we're coming up on the 3-hour mark, and I think all the baseball games are coming to an end, so everybody's going to be going to bed. Do you have anything else up on the horizon that you want to talk about, Marco, or are we good to just wrap it up for this evening?
I'm currently working on a Halloween special video that I think will be pretty fun. Kind of paying a big homage to a good horror Marvel comic that'll be coming out later this month.
My Little Pony? No, sorry.
You called it. No, but I been building a lot of that stuff, putting pieces in play, and hopefully be doing a lot of filming this upcoming week, and hopefully get that all edited and have ready for Halloween weekend.
Awesome. That really sounds cool. Make sure when you get, well, I'm subscribed, so I'll see it pop up and everything. We'll watch it and mention it also on the channel. We'll throw the link up on here too when we get the chance.
Should we do a reaction video on Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, and he's gonna be sitting there going, "Why are all these people putting in hashtag Ohana in my comments?" Rich, getting even with me.
Excellent.
Right. So let's get some sleep, guys. I got to get up early again tomorrow, not for work, but just for other stuff. And I got home late from work today, so I did not set up my 9.5-foot tall werewolf outside. So that's a tomorrow. Hey, sorry, that's a tomorrow project. So, guys. Thank you for all three of us here for joining us and having a wonderful night. Marco, thank you so much for joining us, man. It was really, really great having you. Love to see you here on the show again. But other than that, we're just going to wrap this up, get some rest. Don't forget to click on like, subscribe, and hit those notifications so you know when us madmen are back on the air. And until we see you the next time, absolutely, we'll get that out to you. But until we see you in the next video, though, mahalo.